I don't ever go back there, man. It's like back there. 3 houses down. Like, what the fuck, man? You don't go back there. Is that the bad neighborhood of your street? Your cul-de-sac?
Yo, I mean, like, if I can't see it from my window, I don't go that far.
Just pull in, fuck everyone, the rest of the cul-de-sac. I got shit to take care of. That's good, man. I like that.
Well, it's
you act like it was determined or something. Back where? You got like 6 houses back there.
Bitch, I can't. Oh, fuck, dude. That goes pretty far back.
Yeah, it does, I guess. 7 houses.
Oh, that's fucking bro, that's fucking funny, dude. Because well, I really don't go back there. I mean, I don't have any reason to, but like I see everyone who like live.
Yeah.
So when they get like a new person, we've had like a few like younger like families come in like with their like high school kids, and they look like punks. I feel like old man look out the window like, who the fuck's this motherfucker right here walking around and shit.
Just fuck some shit up for no reason.
But fuck.
Badass kids.
But I don't even know. I mean, I see the cheesy grill back there, but I don't go back there.
I fuck with grilled cheeses, so I...
Like, am I supposed to just go knock on their door?
I don't know. I just
Hey,
thought
can you
might
guys...
fucking know them because they're right there.
Hey,
they're not down there.
Hey, can you guys make me a grilled cheese or
They're
something?
like, you know what, neighbor? Sure. You want to fucking try it? This is our business.
Actually, I guess people have been egging their truck like every week.
So it's not that good.
I don't know.
Maybe you shouldn't go back.
I'm
Sounds
gonna get
pretty dangerous.
Someone's gonna fucking
As
egg
you're
me.
walking up. Queer. Sorry.
Oh.
I knew I shouldn't. I knew I shouldn't came fucking back here. I'm going home.
Oh
stuff,
fuck.
Man.
Oh shit.
That's funny.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny, bro. But oh man. That was good stuff. I had that shit because we're rolling now, so that's good. That was fucking funny.
Fucking guy. You cracked me up.
I hate the hardest part for me for this shit is the start. Like, welcome to the podcast. But once we get going,
that's what I was wondering too.
We get going.
He's like, "What you gonna talk about?" I'm like, "I'm just gonna answer questions." I don't know what the fuck to do. Sit there, talk to Dallas, see what's up with my boy. What the fuck?
Emily asked you that?
It's like, what do you guys talk about? I don't fucking know. What the fuck you want to talk about?
I was thinking about it too. I'm like,
We'll
we
figure it
didn't
out,
game
son.
plan at all. I was like, I hit him up yesterday. Hey, you want to come on? Yeah, all right.
Well, I figured, like, when you talk, I thought you were going to, like, hit me some stuff. What do you want to talk about? She told me this morning. I'm like, I'm fucking... We'll fucking figure it out, I guess. I don't know.
Well, with certain people... Well, I do have a couple of things we're going to talk about, but certain people I have, like, a list of shit. Other people, I'm like, we'll just wing it, I guess.
Don't qualify for a list or what? Can't hit me with like 2 things you can think about. Jesse knows stuff. Hit me with 2 things, man. He cuts hair. He probably knows about cutting hair, and he likes to drink beers. Ask him about a couple beers. I mean,
And he's an old-ass man and wears graphic tees.
this is the last brand graphic tee I'm wearing. I fuck with it because it's my boy, Mulberry Dreams. No more graphic tees, man. These punks keep making fun of me.
That's hella funny as some kid. That dude 2 years younger than you. You still wear graphic tees, bro?
Dude, he hit me hard too, and my younger barber, he was probably like 18 at the time, and I was like 23, and he's sitting there, and we talk shit back and forth, you know, just bullshit, and he's like, "Hey," like out of nowhere too, and it hit me fucking hard. I was wearing and it was like an old one, you know, but I don't throw away t-shirts. I take pretty good care of them, you know. I still rock them. And he's like, hey, Jess, you're probably going to be like that 35-year-old that still watches graphic tees. Motherfucker. And I look in the mirror and I'm wearing like a diamond tee with a chick on it, like blowing smoke. Like, man, this is real high school. I felt kind of stupid, but.
Oh, that's funny. He was hurt too because I was getting a haircut and he goes, you know what that motherfucker over there told me the other day? Still thinking about it. Oh, shit.
Little bastard.
Oh, my God. But let's get this shit started. I'll start it up. I don't even know what episode this is. 14?
Yeah, I believe so.
This is episode 14 of the Mulberry podcast. I got my good friend with me, my barber. I see him like twice a year, maybe.
1.5.
But this is my good friend, man, since I've known him since elementary school. But really, we became close when I started getting haircuts and shit. I found out about haircuts not too long ago, so hit him up. He has his own shop in Turlock. Is it called
Jack's Barbershop?
Jack's Barbershop? Yeah. So congratulations for that, man.
I appreciate it.
Welcome thanks for coming on and shit.
Yeah, of course. I've been wanting to.
Yeah, you're like the third person I wanted to come on. And it's
I know.
been fucking.
I know, and I felt bad. I mean, for my boy. But I was real fucking busy, man. And like even with just like cutting hair before I did the barbershop thing, I'm real fucking busy and I like my job. And you know, the more you work, the more money you make in the barber business. So I'm like, I'd spend fucking 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week just cutting, you know. And then this shit came, or opening my barbershop, so I spent even more time there, you know. And then you started this, and I wanted to come, but I was just real busy and wanted to finish it. And then Corona hit. I'm just not doing shit now, so I got time.
Yeah, right. You used to work like from 10 to 2 every day.
Hey, motherfucker. Don't start.
And would take an hour lunch.
Don't even start. This motherfucker come to the shop and wait like an hour to get a haircut and then chill for an hour while I'm cutting hair the whole time.
Fuck no.
And then hit me up and be like, motherfucker, you never come out. I'm like, I'm at fucking work. He's like, no, fuck you then.
Dude, you should have brought your you don't have clippers in the tuck, like on deck? You just whip them out on site?
You need it. I wish I did right now. I wish I fucking did.
Well, I was going to hit you up, but you always at your fucking cabin sipping Douce during the quarantine. Like, are you even quarantined or are you partying?
Motherfucker, I was quarantined by myself.
You had all your boys up there?
All my boys. I have 2 boys that I've been fucking with for like 10 years. I have 2 boys. I was up there with my 2 boys that been quarantined too.
Oh, shit. Is Peanut working still?
Nah, I actually don't mean to call him out.
No.
His parents like were real freaking out about it, which I totally understand. They're a little older, and so Peanut got pretty much on lockdown. And I mean, I grew up with Peanut. You know, he's my best friend. And he's just like, nah, dude, my dad said I can't go to the cabin. I'm like, motherfucker.
How old are you?
26 years old. Get ready. I'm coming to pick you up. What the fuck? And I'm close to his dad. No disrespect, you know, but come on. What do you mean he can't? Open the fucking door with your backpack, John, and I'm going to pull up and pick you up. You can, motherfucker. Like, what the fuck, man?
Dude, that's... Imagine just 26-year-olds. Hey, my dad said I can't go out, bro.
I feel bad for him saying, but it's just like, that shit pisses me off. He'll hit me with that shit, like, sometimes, like, when Corona's not going on. I'm like, bitch, tell him you're going anyways. What the fuck? You got a house key, right? Walk out the door. Tell him I'll be back later if you have to tell him that, just for courtesy. Like, what do you mean you can't? I remember that back in the day, like, buddies want to ride to Snappies. I can't go, dude. I got in trouble early, but we were 14. 13, 14, I get it. I fucking broke something in the kitchen earlier. I can't go. But now you're fucking... We can't go hard on my boy Pete. Too much longer. Like, come on, dude. Me and Kendall be getting hell mad, dude. And he's so serious. Dude, I'm close with his family. That's my best friend, and his parents are like, like second parents, I would like to say to me. But I'll text his dad, like, dude, what? He can't. Why? What did he do this week? Like, what? He's grounded or what? That fucking shit, man.
Oh, my God,
Good
bro.
stuff. We got him to go, though. We got him to go, though. He got out of there. He had to sneak out the window. Just hell of shit. And that poor dude, he didn't have to sneak out the window, but everywhere he goes, he wants to take his Xbox, right? So, dude, like, when we go to the cabin, we'll go for like 3 nights, 4 nights, we're men. I'll grab fucking some basketball shorts, make sure I have clean chonies, And this one comes out. 2 big ass. I'm gonna grab a snacks, my snow. We're like, bitch, where are we going? Where the fuck are we going? Do I know something that you don't know? Like, me and Ken will have a backpack and like a grocery bag full of groceries we just bought, He fucking loves that thing.
He's like, I just renewed Xbox Live.
But set down the Xbox controller sometimes. I get it. You get one got their thing, but fuck, man.
That's fucking funny, bro.
I got a pretty good. The last cabin trip, I got a pretty good story, right?
Oh, no.
It's probably not that good, but we're not the smartest group of guys, and when we say we're gonna do something, we're gonna do it, right? And I'm texting John, and this Peanut, my boy Peanut, and he's trying to bail on me and Kendall. It's like, no. And I don't want to just go with just Kendall. No offense to him, but it's a little funner when we have, we're like a little family. We're brothers.
Yeah.
And John's like, was in till like the last couple hours. Like, nah, my parents are tripping. I don't give a fuck. We're going. I'm going to pick you up. Anyways, dude, cancel the Peanut thing. We got him to go. We're in the car. We're on our way, and it's like 9 o'clock at night when we left, which isn't the best thing, but it's not a big deal. And this was like a month and a half ago, 2 months.
Oh, where exactly is your cabin at? Is it up by Dodge Ridge?
No, Bear Valley. Have you been to Bear Valley or heard of Bear Valley? It's ski resort too. Or have you heard of Murphy's?
Yeah.
Okay, it's maybe like 20 minutes past Murphy's.
I think I might have been to Bear one time in high school,
I'm sure you
but
have.
I don't
It's
remember.
actually it's pretty popular and still local. I mean, Dodge Ridge is a lot closer, but Bear's nice, and they always get more snow.
And where's China Peak at?
China Peak, I believe, is past Fresno, like a different way. I've been there like one time. I don't really fuck with China Peak.
Because my aunt from Texas 1 year for Christmas bought me and my brother like in China Peak passes. I was like, where the fuck is that, dude?
I think it's like 3 hours though, bro. It's weird because Fresno's already an hour, but then
You gotta
there's
go
no
up.
fucking snow mountains there. So like we went there one time. I forgot. I think they were having like a Toys for Tot deal.
Oh, okay.
Bring a toy, and it was like $20 for a ticket.
Okay.
And that's cheap. Tickets are like $90.
Yeah.
So we fucking went up there, and I'm like, man, I always hear by Fresno. We get to like that one
Like,
exit
bro,
in
it's
Fresno,
fucking hot
and
in
it was
Fresno.
like 2 hours to still get there. Like, no, it's not close to Fresno. Like, I could be at Dodge Ridge in an hour and 40 minutes smashing,
It's close to Fresno.
Yeah, fuck that. Keep your toy.
Oh, shit. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm not fucking going. Like, where's the hell is this, bro?
Never been there.
Yeah. We had those passes for the longest time, but I
They
in my wallet
expired.
never used them.
They expired.
Oh shit. But so anyway, so what happened at the cabin?
Okay, so sorry, I was expanding the story. But we got him in the car, right? With his fucking 8 bags, his big ass Xbox bag, 40 games and shit. Get him in the car. We're on the way. It's not even really about Peanut. Sorry for bagging on Peanut, but that's what happens. But we're on the way, right? And it was like 2 months ago, and they're still getting. They'll get snow till April if they have a bad storm, like, and it gets piled in snow. And then the driveway, we don't have a person that regularly does our driveway. Like, you have to hire each time they do it. So the driveway gets full, and you can't park on the streets there because it's like a community. So you have to park way down the fucking road or or try to figure out and try to get in the driveway, you know, which we usually do, which is always a bad idea. Anyways, my mom's calling me, my lady's calling me, like, you guys shouldn't leave this late. You know, it's like, fuck it, we're already going. And then my mom called me again. She's like, honestly, just with everything going on, like, the power might be out. And mind you, like, I know it's going to be fucking 30 degrees up there. It's fucking just snowing, you know? And we're already on our way. I'm like, fuck it, we're going anyways. And that's how we are, you know? If we already have the plan in our head, we're in the car, we done all this. It fucking takes us 3 hours to get out of Outwater between Peanut, Kendall, getting his fucking whatever he's got to get. Like, dude, we'll leave. We should have already been there. But anyways, we're like, fuck it, we're going. My mom's like, Jesse, the power's probably out, though, with all the snow, you know, and electric lines will fall or whatever. And I'm like, well, I hope fucking not. Because that's the only way we got back. Yeah. Well, we ain't coming back is the problem. So we're going, and I didn't tell the guys, like, till maybe halfway. I just mentioned. I didn't want to fucking down the fucking weekend. But I'm like, hey, the power might be out. And I'm like, well, you should have fucking done something.
You know, like, well, really fucking mad now.
Yeah, because he ain't going to be able to plug in his Xbox, dude. He was pissed. The moral of the story. But listen, we get there, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, dude. And I had been drinking, so I had Kendall drive. And we get there, and both of the boys, and I wouldn't say I'm the smartest, but sometimes I'm the smartest, you know? And we're sitting at the front, and Kendall's like, no way we're going to make it in there, dude. And, like, the driveway, like, there's quite a bit of snow. And we've already got stuck multiple times, so I should have known we ain't going to make it. And I'm getting fucking pissed. He's, like, barely hitting it. You know, it's my mom's truck. He's barely going in the snow. I'm like, fucking hit it, dude. And he's like, no, I don't want to get it stuck. Like, it's not fucking smart. They're sober, you know. I'm in the back. I wasn't hammered, but I had a few beers. And I'm like, hit it, pussy. And fucking, I'm like, just get out the car. I was pissed. I'm like, get out the car. And he's like, Jesse, check it out. Like, there's a spot right there. You'll be off the road, and we could just park it right there. I'm like, you know what? That is a smart way to do. I throw it in reverse, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, fuck that. I put it in drive, and I go, and I make it like 4 feet, dude, and just the frame is totally stuck. Well, no matter what happens,
what'd Kendall say?
Both of them, you fucking idiots. And that was a bad decision. But I'm like, you know, there's no digging out the truck tonight. Even if we don't have power, let's hope we have power. We hadn't even walked up to the cabin yet, and I just got the fucking truck stuck. Like, we're staying.
You should have figured out if you had power.
110%, but I didn't do that. So we walk up to the cabin, you know, and there's like a couple like porch lights, you know, like open the door, pop on the porch lights. Nothing. I'm like, bro, we don't have power. It's like 11:30 at night. The truck's stuck, and like we have no other fucking choice but to stay. So long story short, instantly I got the fire going because it's 30 degrees in the cabin that we're about to sleep in, right? And it's like this old school fireplace. Like the fireplace actually heats up the cabin, but mind you, it takes like 4 hours because it's a fireplace, you know? And we start the fire. It's taking quite some time. We're not fucking Boy Scouts getting the fire going. Finally gets going. And we are freezing ass, dude. It's like literally like 30, 28 degrees in the cabin. We bring all the recliners, like, here's the fire. Right here, dude. And Peanut's right here. Kendall's right here. We're just trying to warm up. And we started drinking, you know? But it turned out, bro, I mean, it was shitty fucking situation, but it turned out to be like a really awesome, like unforgettable night. I mean, we didn't do nothing that cool, but we couldn't sleep because it was freezing. But we had no power,
right?
No Wi-Fi. All we had to do was just talk, and we just BS'd about like old memories, you know. And I really enjoyed the night, actually, dude.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it was cool. And then fast forward to the next day, Peanut's freaking out. I know he wants to turn on his fucking Xbox. I'm serious. It's that bad. And it's not even like just to know that he could hop on real quick, you know, because it's not even, we don't play games with him. He's the gamer, you know. So
right.
He's like freaking out, talking to the PG&E people the next day, like, when's our power going to come on? It's like, relax, bud. Grab a beer. We'll be all right, you know. And that's not that cool story.
That's just funny though.
It turned out awesome though, bro. Like, just it fucking people don't do that nowadays, and I'm even guilty of it. Like, just whipping out my phone, you know, and just like fucking losing our conversation,
right,
you know.
Right,
and we were just going hard for like 6 hours. We were freezing for 5, but like finally, like 6 o'clock in the morning, because it started getting real warm. We finally fell asleep, but it turned out to be awesome, man.
So you guys got the power on the next day?
No, we didn't. And John Peanut's freaking out about it. And he's asking everyone, and I'm like, man, like, we're all right. Now at least we got the fire on. It sounds kind of silly, but, I mean, we could work what we got, and we pretty much could have a good time where we're at. I like that about us. Doesn't matter the situation, you know. Right. But the next day, like, I woke up, and I'm like, cabin mood. Like, I started drinking at therapy in the morning. And Kendall walks out, and he's like, dude, that wasn't so bad. Like, let's do another night. And I'm like, I'm down. And
well, what about your truck? Was it still stuck?
Yeah. It was stuck till the day we left.
We'll just fucking leave it.
Till we dug it out. It was stuck. Dude, what pissed me off, so I was whatever about it, though, and I really enjoyed the first night. Now that we have the fire, at least we're warm,
Right.
And mind you, though, we don't have gas. We don't know where to cook food. But we're fucking dudes, we brought like taquitos, bagel bites, So we'd grab a pan and just put it on the fire and give it like 25 minutes.
You guys are fucking stupid.
How are we supposed to eat? We were out there starving, dude. It was fucking survival of the fittest. I'm like, I got an idea. Threw the taquitos on there. It was bad the next day.
Were they good?
Yeah, dude. All you gotta do is warm them up. The El Monterey.
Fuck.
It took a little longer than the oven, but we got them going.
Oh my god.
It was bad the next day. I'm like, man, because we'll bring like just a bunch of frozen goods, and then like one night we want to do like a nicer dinner, So we brought like crab legs, mac and cheese, and some meat. Obviously, we couldn't cook the meat, but I put I don't know why. We have not shit else to do. I put a pot on the fireplace like it was gonna start boiling, right? Obviously, it's never started boiling because it's just sitting on a fucking fireplace, right? And I'm like, fuck it, put the mac in. It might just take a little longer. Dude, like an hour and a half later.
It was just next to the fire. It was just next to the fire.
I put it on top, motherfucker, but it's the same shit, right? Like an hour and a half later, like, did you check the mac? It's just hard as fuck. I'm like, man, no mac and cheese tonight. Hey, but the third day, I'm sorry, this story is expanding, but it's like, I live for shit like that. Just little shit, bro. And this is a real fucking story, right? Just fucking, the next day, right? John's still freaking out about no electricity.
He's over there fucking.
Dude, what was funny as fuck, and he's sober, mind you. He drinks alcohol, but he's sober. He's like grabbing like hella outlets and shit, and like thinking he's gonna just make power. What are you doing, dude? Like, where's the power gonna come from? No bullshit, dude. He's taking apart shit like on my mom's stuff. Batteries, outlets. Like, what are you doing? And he went hard on that for a couple hours. He really did do that. Next day, fast forward.
How long did you guys stay there?
2 nights, no electricity. But during the day, it's all right. We're having a good time. There's snow. We're fucking around the snowboarding and drinking, having a real good time. But at night,
you're like, I'm fucking hungry.
The night sucks, and there's no hot water heater, so the showers are real cold. This was shitty. This was like a month ago. This is bad. But anyways, the next day, dude, this fucking pissed me off, though. And John's still bugging there's a bunch of PG&E guys up there because they do, the stuff does fall down. Fucking John goes, talks to another one. And the guy's just like, we're out on the porch. I'm drinking a beer. This is day 3. Morning time. I'm drinking. I'm like, dude, this
guys brought hella beer, no food.
Just always just alcohol.
Who brought the beer?
A frozen pizza, and a box of tequilas.
We'll be good.
Yeah, we're sitting out there, and fucking me and Ken are drinking on the porch, and John's just going again to bug another PG&E guy. He's already talked like 6 of them. Like, dude, they can't just pop on the power, You see that telephone pole that's chopped down by a storm? That power ain't coming on. Anyways, the third day, dude, the fucking, there's like a couple power outlets right in front, or power poles, whatever the fuck you call them. And John talks to another guy. And the guy's like, what? He's like, man, everyone has power right here now. Like, you guys should have power. And I'm like, what? Like, we just did 2 nights. Mind you, the first night we barely survived. And the guy's like, hold on 1 second. And he lifts his little fucking, like lifts his things up. And I felt like he just fucking flicked a switch, dude. And like we had all the light switches on because we were like hoping it would come on sometime. And just look back at the cabin, everything's on. I'm like, motherfucker, you could have done that 2 days ago.
Yes.
Freezing our asses off. Fucking guy.
Like, oh yeah, I got you guys.
But we got it on. We're like, now we could enjoy tonight. We stayed another night. But we had power this time.
Fucking Peanut played his Xbox.
Yeah, instantly, dude. Instantly.
Oh
Plugged in and on.
That shit's so funny because I'll see on your Insta stories like Peanut just drunk as fuck trying to snowboard. You guys just record him all
everything. Well, he fucking pumps it up like on the snowboard thing, and I don't mean to fucking do that to him, but he's like, get me real quick, like he's gonna do something cool, you know? Like every one I fucking video, dude, he usually tells me to get him, you know? So I'm like, I'll get shit. But I'm not gonna sit here and do an Instagram video and not post it. Like it's on you. And every time it's like not that cool.
And then he gets mad.
He gets hella mad.
When he finds out, what does he say to you later?
He's mad, dude. He's mad. Then I'm like, making him look bad. It's like, motherfucker, you told me to video it.
Like, you're making him look bad. Like, that's all you, bro.
I gotta flip it. But it's true, though. Like, what the fuck, dude? You want me to sit here and when I go snowboarding, I like to just cruise and I ride all day. Like, don't stop me and have you do a video and then be like, don't even post it because you ate shit. You've been drinking all morning. All of a sudden, you want to try the 360 or hit a box. Like, bitch, I'm going to post it.
Because you have that, you got that little spot right outside in the front or the back?
That's like the front of it.
So you got like because I see like your little like you guys like fuck around right there.
Yeah, we'll set up something. Him and his, he does good stuff. Him and his dad built actually that rail, which was real cool. And we could just sit there and practice. And honestly, I mean, I still love snowboarding. I kind of take it easier now because if I get hurt, like I can't make money, you know. So.
What you mean? You just cut hair. You can make money.
Motherfucker,
you can go in with crutches.
No, I dislocated my shoulder snowboarding like 2 years ago, and I literally couldn't work. Like,
that's why you gotta learn to be ambidextrous, bro.
Oh, motherfucker. Don't be talking shit. I'm being a responsible adult. Like, no, I still ride. I just take it easy.
No, I'll let you go hard, bro, and I'll let you trim my beard and cut my hair with your left hand.
What about everyone else that cares about their hair? This motherfucking Dallas. This guy, man, is the only person I have to hit up to cut his hair. And it's not even like
he'll see a picture and he'll text me like 2 hours later. Hey, my boy, I got an opening tomorrow. Like I didn't even ask.
This is my boy right here. Like, I care about him. It's a little bit of his appearance. He's like, nah, I'm good. Like, no, you're not good. I see his brother like 5-6 times and not Dallas once. And then
like, is Dallas still alive?
And then he'll hit me up like, hey, bro, I think I need my beer hit up. Like, you need a lot more than that, dude. The last time I saw you was fucking July. Like, come to the barbershop. Dude,
oh my God.
It works for you though. I like it. Honestly, you could pull off both. I just like giving you shit, but you're really probably the only person I like reach out to. Like, people hit me up for appointments. I'm like, dude, Dallas needs it. And that's what I tell you.
Bro, I'll give it to you, Pop. Just come in.
I'll hook him up. I will too. He just doesn't fucking come. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell. He doesn't care.
Well, I just want to grow my hair out, but I do need my beard trimmed up. It looks like shit right now.
Just clean up the beard. My bad, dude.
Fuck, we got to do it all now, bro. My fault.
No, actually, you know what? I do like you pull off the long hair thing good too. I just like giving you shit, but at the same time, like, well, you don't.
No, dead ass. Next time I get a haircut, I want a mullet.
Don't hit me up. I'm just like, if you want a fucking mullet, I'll give you. It'll look better than what you got.
Hey, I got a picture for you. I wanted to ask you what the fuck's going on in this pic right here.
Go ahead. Hope it's not too bad. Hey, man.
It says, fuck a job, beach bum.
That's how I was feeling. for like 4 years before I grew up.
Holy shit, bro.
Hey, nah, man, I look cool as fuck.
Holy fuck.
Damn, you going back? Can you put that? It's like 2011.
What are you doing in this picture?
It's a banana pipe. Oh, fuck. You see Jacob all excited in the back. That's full like any fucking thing. He's like, dude, I can make a pipe out. I'm like, well, I got a pipe. Like, we can just smoke out the pipe. He's like, no, check this out.
Gives it a little banana flavor.
He'll say some stupid shit like that too.
I was like, what the fuck is going on right here, bro?
Does it look bad?
Yeah, that one's sus. That's sus as fuck. Holy shit, dude.
Fucking guy.
One, it doesn't. I don't have the year on there. That was 2012, bro.
Ew.
That's fucking
Time
funny,
flies.
dude. I was gonna ask Emily, but I was gonna ask her for that picture that she posted on her story of you and her, like the first pic you guys have. I think it was like 8th grade graduation.
Oh, yeah. I have it. I think I have
Well,
it.
I wanted to show you without,
Oh, okay.
you know, and that's why. But I was like, nah, because I don't know if she wants me to put that up. So
No, I'm sure she would be fine.
I mean, but
with
she
it.
put it up. So
Yeah,
on her
we
Insta.
actually we have one before. I mean, me and Emily go way back, man. But we
Elmer
have
Wood
like
days, huh?
yeah, we have like a 5th grade photo that we can't find. I mean, it was like let's take a photo. She was a real good girl, and not I was a good boy. We were 5th grade, you know, but it's like no
Hella
hand-
far apart.
no hands, no nothing, you know. But yeah,
That's funny, dude.
we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, so you're engaged, man.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys so what's up? I was gonna ask about the wedding, like with all this bullshit going on. You guys just hoping it like everything's okay by then? Or?
Yeah,
Because it's in what, September?
Yeah, September 5th. So 4 months, like what?
Right.
Say it's 5th.
Yeah.
4 months from today, and I mean, luckily, honestly, fucking Emily's really, really laid back, man. And I was like, honestly, I could like I don't need fucking a big wedding, you know. I got like she means obviously something to me, and then I want my family there. I want her family there, and she
Right.
even talked about it already because like the date's set. Like if anything, let's just still get married, you know, and our closest people that want to come could come, and then we'll do like a bigger reception maybe next year or whenever all this shit.
Right.
So that was cool, man, and she's really like that. So that made me feel good.
That's
Like I
what's up,
said, I
dude.
could-
I'm glad like it's still like there's a positive outlook on it.
Yeah.
You know?
She's good about that.
So are you gonna change your Instagram name to Jesse Roberts Barber Shop? Jesse Rogers Cuts or what?
Motherfucker. No.
Mr. Rogers,
No,
how you doing, buddy?
What's it called? When they slash it.
Oh, you're gonna slash it?
I ain't slashing shit. That's a promise.
Jesse Klein Rogers.
Miss Klein coming soon to Winton Elementary.
Oh,
Forgot
man.
the name right now, but
There's probably like one school there.
there's 2, motherfucker, and I get them confused.
Do you know both of them?
No, I don't know the name of one of them, but I know the location. I know where I occasionally just drop off a nice little lunch for her. Make her
Okay,
feel
that's what's
special.
up.
Yeah, you know, take notes.
So you drop it off around noon right before you go into work?
Motherfucker. Sometimes, like if it's a Tuesday, Wednesday is my slower day because I start at 11. Not like I'm just totally avoiding work.
Because the last time I texted him for a haircut, because I always like the earliest one because I'm up in the mornings.
Mind you, 2017.
I'll go, hey, I want to get a haircut, you know? And he's like, all right, what time? I'll tell the earliest you got. He's like, all right, come at noon. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm thinking like, man, he probably has like 4 cuts before me. I pull up, he's not even there yet. I'm like, where are you at?
Come on,
I'm on the
buddy.
freeway, my boy. I was like, what? fucking Jesse.
You know what? I really do like that about my job.
Yeah, I bet you do, bitch.
Hey,
There's no punch
Watch the
card.
B word. There's no punch card because I'm the fucking boss. That's
I know.
No,
I
but
know.
listen, Tuesday, Wednesday, slower day. I'm still there till 8 o'clock, motherfucker. 8-hour shift, just kicking it. It's not like I'm not fucking working, but I get my sleep in. You catch me on
People
Friday.
come in at 8 o'clock for a haircut.
At night? Yeah, during the week. That's actually, I mean.
Well, people, I guess, work.
Yeah.
during that. I guess that makes sense.
I mean, I like to be home, honestly, a little as best time as I can. But come Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like I like to go, because that's busy day. Everyone wants a haircut for the weekend, you know. I try to go as hard as possible. So if people are asking, and then I do like little after hour, you know, and they'll bite, and I'm like, fuck it, I ain't got shit to do.
Well, when am I gonna upgrade to the fucking Thursday night in-home cuts?
Whenever you need a haircut, brother. Anytime. Tomorrow.
I gotta drive all the way to fucking Turlock.
Twice a year. Like this motherfucker doesn't drive to Buffalo Wild Wings a couple times a week. Last not even haircut. He didn't want one. I was hoping.
I just pulled up to say what's up.
I was hoping he wanted one, right? And I'm like, man, I'm a little busy. I could get you in at like 1. He's like, oh, I don't need a cut. And I'm like, man, he need a cut.
Like, are you sure, bro?
In Dallas, if you know Dallas, he loves Buffalo Wild Wings. He called me and like, it was probably like 10 o'clock in the morning. He's like, I just want to say what's up, bro. Stop by. I'm like, hell yeah, stop by. And
it was a Saturday. I was going to Buffalo Wild Wings by myself.
And 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like,
Well, they open at 10:30. I gotta get there.
Right on. Sounds good. Come through. You know, we'll catch up. And then it was like 4 or 5 hours later, I actually called him because he didn't make it to the barbershop. He's like, I'm still at Buffalo Wild Wings. What you doing? Like, motherfucker's still working. I thought you were going to stop by. He's
No,
like,
what happened was I was gonna stop by, and then when I hit you up, you're like, I'm home already.
it was 5 o'clock.
I was like, okay.
I hit you up first, and then you called me back like a couple hours later when you were done with Buffalo.
Look, this is what happened. I go to Buffalo Wild Wings a lot because when I go to Stanislaus, it's in Turlock, and when I was going twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays to Stanislaus. So I'd go in the mornings to school, and then I'd get out of school, and then I would go for lunch. I'd just go stop at Buffalo Wild Wings. But there's these old dudes at work that like go in there like every day. They're like in their 60s. They're like locals. I just started to get to know them. So now I'm like basically a local. I hang out with the old dudes. So on that Saturday, I went in.
And they were there?
And they were there, so I was bullshitting with them. And when they're there, dude, like they buy shots.
Yeah.
And then a couple of buddies showed up randomly. So I was like, what's up? You know? So
Randomly. Hey, bear, hey, dog, come through the Buffalo. I've been here since 10 fucking a.m. Shit's crazy.
Holding it down for you guys.
There's 3 free spots left, bro.
Dude, so like 6 hours went by.
Yes.
My tab's like $150.
$800. And I have to call him and make sure like he's okay. Because he said, I'll be here around 11:30. Like, motherfucker, it's 4. Sorry, I had a couple pictures and time lost me. Like, go home, Dallas. You've been there for 6 hours.
It wasn't that bad, but I was there bullshitting for a long time, and then you guys were going to the cabin or something. I got you guys right when you were backing out.
You did.
I told you I'd see you, bro.
Yeah, it worked out perfect, actually. We were, like, leaving.
You guys were like, all right, fuck this dude. He ain't coming.
Not fuck this dude. Like, it's been 8 hours. He probably got different plans now. He said he was going to be here at 11. It's fucking 5. We didn't say fuck Dallas. We were
I'm just like, I'm not waiting no more.
Yeah, shit.
I'm out of here.
And we literally caught you leaving our street. You were pulling down.
Yeah. Nah, that's funny, dude.
And you hooked my lady up with a Mulberry Dream shirt. That was nice of you.
I did?
Yeah, you did. On the hizzy. Probably because the 8 hours at Buffalo Wild Wings, but we definitely appreciate it.
I wondered the next day, I was like, I'm missing a shirt, bro.
Checking stock. Like, no. One medium gone.
I was like, wait a minute. Someone finessed me. No, that shit's cool, man.
No, that's why I like you, man. You're a very genuine person. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I want to get to a point where I could just like hook everyone up, but I know that's like not really realistic.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I think if you keep doing what you're doing, honestly, dude, you'll do good things. you've been doing great so far, and just you really haven't been in it that long.
Yes.
I mean,
I started. I came up with the name in January of 2019, and then I didn't make my first like T-shirts or make my Instagram till like May. And that was the first T-shirt I made. I only made like 20 of them, actually.
Dropped them in like July.
Yeah, and then I made like a couple other tees, and then I did the big drop with the 2 tees and the hoodies. That was like my my largest like amount of inventory. And then I had the website. I spent like 8 hours on a Sunday like learning how to set up a website and like everything.
Yeah, I was always curious about that. Not that I need a website for anything, but it came out really good actually.
Because I wanted it just basic. I just wanted the shit to work, bro. Like, you know, and there's a lot of shit to it, dude. Just for what I have. Man. It's fucking
just
crazy.
Even like, you know, too, like, I like my clothes. You like your clothes. Like, you could tell, though, like, if you get on a website or, like, someone that's really popular and you get on a website and it's, like, home or that's it. They contact us. There's like 4 items, but you know they have like 8.
Yeah,
you know, it's like you can't even get some.
Yeah.
Actually, your website came out good.
Thank you, man.
So it's easy to use.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted. I just wanted a basic, and then so I have that, and then man, like I wasn't really like selling a lot of merch, you know, because like I was working and stuff, and I didn't really have anything else going on to like get people to the site, to the even to my page. Because for a while I was just like reposting like the same shit on my story, like, you know, go to mulberrydreams.com, whatever. So then I was like, fuck. And I always wanted to do a podcast, and I was like thinking about it. I was like, I already have like a brand name. I already like put a trademark in for it, like did all that. I'm like, I'm gonna make a podcast just under this. And that's where I came up, like, I want to do everything just under that name. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's good.
And then I did a lot of research, dude, like a lot of research. Like I bought like camcorder, GoPro, different types of recording devices, different lighting, different settings. Like every day after work, I get off at 6. I'd be up till 3 p.m. just like researching, going to Target and back, getting shit. And then finally I did my first episode that one time in my room. Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking drop this shit and then see what happens. And I got like a lot of support. And since then, like the black hoodies I had sold within like 2 weeks. And then the T-shirts sold within like a couple months. Yeah. And then these hoodies been selling like they're the fucking vaccine. Yeah. You know, so.
They're cool. I like them.
And then I got I'm going to show you after, but I got a couple designs I'm going to drop in early June. And I got a hat too that I'm going to be making.
That sounds good.
So
I'll be there, bud.
But yeah, dude. But it's been a fucking process, man. But this shit is fun, dude. I really enjoy this stuff.
Yeah, no, it's real cool. And honestly, bro, after the first episode, it just seemed like natural to you, and it's cool. And I think really people fuck with it. Knowing you personally since elementary, you're just a genuine person, you know. So I think that helps a lot too. Like, I think it will go somewhere. You keep doing what you're doing, things will turn out good.
I appreciate that.
I told you that since the beginning.
Yeah, you were like, you were the very first person to ever buy something off me. Actually,
yeah.
You were the first. When I put up on the website, and dude, like 10 minutes later, I got an order, and I was like, what the fuck? It was fucking Jesse. I was like, that's fucking sick, dude.
You know what?
That made me feel hella good.
I appreciate it. But you know what, man? Just seeing like my friends and you. I just like dreamers or, you know, people with plans, and you're actually like going for it. You're trying to do it, you know, and I really like it. And I know if you keep with it, you could do something with it. No bullshit though, bro. It was I'm almost positive. I mean, you could check my fucking facts, but I'm almost positive it was a Friday, and I actually put a reminder on my phone.
It was a Friday at noon.
Yeah, I put a reminder on my phone, and Fridays, this motherfucker knows I am busy. Now, no coming in at 12. But I was like
You're barely getting to work.
Literally in a mid haircut, and the reminder hit me, and I was just like, give me 1 second. And I popped back, and it probably took me like 7 minutes because there's a couple things, but it was pretty simple. And I mean, it makes me happy, man, to see local people doing stuff like that. And as a friend, a genuine friend of mine, of course I'm gonna support it. It was cool. I'm excited for you, man. Can't wait to see you at the top.
I appreciate that. I see like what you're doing. I know a couple other barbers, And then like my buddy Ricky Gutierrez, he's a tattoo artist.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, shit like that where you guys do your own thing and like you guys got like your own shit going for you, you know. And now like you're your own boss and stuff. Like that's cool to me, dude. Like you guys, you know, you make up your own schedule. You guys do what you love to do and make a living out of it. And I've always wanted to do something like that, you know. And I got my education, you know. My mom kind of put that on me because she told me she'd be highly disappointed if I didn't get a bachelor's degree.
So did my parents. They might still be.
Cause even she goes, I don't care if you never use it, just get a degree, just get in whatever it is, just honestly, to say you finished it.
And I haven't stepped a foot on a college campus, even for anything else outside of school. But, I think it really is important, bro. And if even what you're doing, if anything, you want to fall back on something, like it's going to help you, you know, or get in there and you're going to make X amount of more right off the gate, then, you know, that makes a difference. So if anyone talks about it, honestly, I feel like I mean, it was something I like the idea of being my own boss. I feel like I kind of stumbled upon it more. I was fucking around with it in high school, and then I'm like, man, I ain't working for no one. You know, I tried it for a little bit. I'm like, I want to do the barber thing. And be my own boss, you know, make my own money, do that. But I mean, it kind of fell into place. It took some time, don't get me wrong, and it took like some hours or work, you know, some work. But I mean, I'm grateful for it. Everything worked out. Even just getting the barbershop, man. I mean,
dude, that's fucking big, dude. That's big league right there. That was so dope when I saw that.
I'm really excited.
I haven't talked to you for a while, and then I just saw it on Instagram. I was like, no fucking way.
I was actually working on it, bro, for like probably 6 or 7 months, and I didn't want to tell anyone. It was like, honestly, bro, I was going through it. And not like in a bad way, but I put a lot of stress on myself when it's something like, especially bigger. And there's other things, but that's probably the biggest thing I did in my life, you know?
That's cool that, because I like that about you. That's kind of what I did. I didn't fucking tell anyone I was going to do a podcast. I'm just going to fucking do it. And when it's done, I'm going to present it. And that's kind of what you did. Because, I mean, I remember you talked to me about, like, you want to get your own shop eventually. But you never told me that it was, like, in the process of purchasing that one or whatever. And then one day, dude, I was like, fucking Jesse, bro. You fucking did it, you know?
Yeah, it honestly, it felt... Well, just like what I got from everyone else, bro. Like I said, I put a lot of stress on myself when I do something along the lines of that. Not like I've done it a lot, guys. That's my biggest thing I've done. But I was fucking going through it, man. And it's not even like financially. It's not like serious things, you know, just mentally. Like my head was really messing with me. Like, is it gonna go straight? Like, and I ran that spot for like 4 years, and it was going great. And like my workers, really, I'm a pretty laid back guy, and really you're kind of your own boss being a barber, you know. But there was just some guidelines I had to set, but everyone respected me. Everyone was always real cool to me. But when they would talk, this is kind of like a thing that got to me and wanted me to make me really do it. I said from the get go I was gonna open my own barbershop, but it was like some of my barbers, and I would consider them all close friends too, you know. We just built that relationship, and we all, like, I feel for the most part barbers enjoy their job. It's not, as long as you know how to cut hair, it's not like a crazy hard job, you know, and you could enjoy yourself, BS with other barbers. Like, I really love my job. But they would, like, give me stuff about the barbershop, or we should do this or we should do that. And no offense to my old boss, I really appreciate him, Caddy, but it's like, bro, I'm not coming out of pocket of my money and, like, improving the shop that I don't own, you know? Right. And then it just, like, kept stuck in my head. And another thing that really helped me, and I really appreciate, even my friends, you too, like, you could do it, Jesse. That meant a lot. And my family, like, always said it, but it's like, man, that's my family, you know? Like, they're supposed to say that. I felt like, you know, I'm just a realist, you know? And it's like, but...
When you got people outside of your family or even outside of your immediate friend group.
And that's exactly what it was, bro. That's where I'm getting to. It was like random clients, and I don't mean to call them out like that. Some of them, I've been doing it 7 years now, basically right out of high school. I did my little regular job, but I wasn't for it. But 19, I started. So I have some of these clients like 5, 6, 7 years now, you know. But what I don't consider them like you know. You're my boy. You're a brother of mine. I don't really know you like that, bro. You come to the barbershop and see me, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to, like, talk shit, but it's just like...
No, that's true, though, because we became closer through that, I became close with Ricky through getting tattoos, and then we're friends now. But it's through that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Helps.
Like, but you're from a different. You're older, so you were in a different friend group, doing a different thing than I was in high school, even in elementary school or whatever. You know, so. But I always thought like, oh man, Jesse's a good dude. He's cool as fuck because you've always been nice to me. Like you never had to be. You know that. You know what I'm saying? Like I think about shit like that where. We weren't close like in the same circle, but you're always cool as fuck.
And I always I appreciate that, bud. But likewise to you, and I appreciate you saying that. But it goes back even to elementary, bro. And I don't think we were ever like really tight like that, but we knew each other, and it was just like,
what's up, Jesse?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and just be cool. And I knew you were always cool. And then high school even, bro. And I remember. Not saying like I would do because you would do the same to me, but like I felt like we check in on each other or say something or.
You know what you did when I was in Utah?
Yeah.
When I was struggling in Utah, I remember you hit me up randomly on Snapchat because you probably been seeing bullshit that I was posting, and like you sent me like 3 long ass messages, bro. Out of everyone, out of all my close friends, out of people that I consider my fucking boys, that was before we even really like talked like that.
No, it is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I always remember that. I was like, damn, dude, that's crazy.
Well, I always knew. I mean, you just always been a genuine person, man. But I think it's important, like, and you did it to me too. And it was just like, man, I don't. And even I would think like that, like in high school, you like throw something on my tweet or something, you know. It's just like I don't really know Dallas like that, but he's good people, you know. And I think it's really important though. You check on your close ones or people that matter to you, you know. And not like we were that close, but. I mean, you're a good person. You matter to me, you know.
Right.
And that's how I am. And I still to this day, you just check on your people, man. Make sure they're good, you know. Or just words mean a lot. And I've been there, you know. So even like when you would hit me with something, or I was going through some bullshit, and you're talking high school, it's probably some real bullshit that I should not be worrying about, you know. But just like, hey, man, you know, blah blah blah. Hope everything's okay means fucking abundance to people.
Right.
And that goes for anyone. So. Once I I went through it, I felt that like it means something to me to check on my people.
Yeah. There was a point I think a couple years ago I reached out to a lot of people. Well, not a lot, like quite a few people from high school that I haven't talked to since and just told them like I was thinking about them. I told them, you know, like if I ever did anything to you, like, you know, if I was a dick or something, like, I'm sorry, you know, like, but I guarantee, like, 100% of those people were like, dude, what are you even talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's shit in my head that I think about that, like, maybe I could have said something nicer. Maybe I could have did this better. Maybe I could have. So it was kind of for me. But there's a lot of random people that I reached out to. I remember it was, like, one night at work. It was probably, like, 3 or 4 in the morning, dude. But, like, I just, like, let a lot of people know, like, how I felt and shit. Because I really think I really miss like just seeing familiar faces, really. Like, cause when I go out and I see someone that like I didn't even talk to in high school, but I recognize, like,
I want to say what's up. And
I'll go and say what's up, how you doing and shit, you know, because I want to be that person where they like I don't want to be that stuck up ass dude, bro. Like I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
And me too.
Because we're from a very small community.
Yeah.
And
well, and I feel like even the small community where you're talking about, and I felt like that too, and I've had like the same thing. Sometimes, you know, they're like, oh no, you were a dick, you know, and I felt like sometimes I was a dick, or but when you're, everyone knows.
But you're growing up, dude.
Yeah, 14
we're
to
young.
18, you know, especially.
I'm a fucking dick to my parents, you know.
And you're a hard ass, you know, like even if you're really not.
Yeah.
That's how I was, and then when you grow up, you know, it's like. But that was even before that. I mean, we would still, but when you grow up, man, like you should do that. I think that's important, and it means a lot, and it's just little things, man, and like sometimes. I really do that a lot. Not like pumping myself up, but I just think it's like important, or just like text my cousin randomly that I haven't talked to for a few months, you know.
Right.
Hope everything's well. Hope you have a good day. Sometimes I have cousins, you know, like, oh, you're lame. Like, I get it. That is kind of lame, but at the same time, it's like I'll have a cousin call me back, like, hey, man, I really appreciate that. I was having a shitty day, or even if it's a friend, I do that, you know. And it's back and forth though, because you know, if someone did it to me, I would let them know, like, hey, I really appreciate that. And it was just a quick thing, man. Because
there's nothing wrong with, you can't go wrong with just positivity and just reaching out. Even if they do like the fuck, bro, you know, like they like clown on you, you know, but they still appreciate it, you know.
Yeah,
but
they do. And they know, they're like, hey, he's checking on me. He's, you know.
Yeah.
He cares about me, and that means something to a lot of people.
But man, I really I appreciate you coming on. It was my bad. Fuck. Kind of short notice, you know.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
But
like I said,
I was like, this motherfucker got zero excuse, so I'm gonna hit him.
like I said,
Yeah, because last time I hit him up, man, I work. I got my I run my own business now, bro. You know,
I didn't say,
hit me with the
stupid ass boy.
Hit me with the fucking business.
I didn't hit that.
Oh,
shit.
okay. Fucking
After
suit
we
and
just
tie
talked
over here.
about
Huh?
being sentimental with each other, I fucking was at the barbershop all the fucking time. It's like I don't even have time to do it, and I'm gonna wake up and go right back. But right now, I ain't doing jack shit.
Are your days off the same as before?
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday?
Yeah, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, this fucker, Monday. What's up, bro? Or Sunday night, let's go to the fucking bar, bro. I'm like, bitch, I'm going to work, dude. I fucking work at night. Like, Sunday nights when I start.
Well, the same
and he knows that.
I do
It's
know that, but the
7:30.
same
Let's
shit,
go
'cause
out,
he'll
bro.
Come to a haircut. He'll
you.
have a haircut appointment on Saturday, and Friday night, like, don't be a bitch. Come through, like, I'm still at work, and by the time I get off, it'll be 9 o'clock. That's perfect. I just got here. Like, I've been working all day. I'm tired.
Dude, and then he tells me no, and then I'm at the bar. And
I'll show up.
No, Emily showed up without him.
Oh. 1, 2 times.
I'm like, where the fuck's Mr. Rogers at, dude? Bring his ass over here,
motherfucker.
Let him off the leash. That. See, babysitting, what's your dog's name?
Mia girl.
What?
Mia.
What did you say before that? Mia girl?
I call her Mia girl. You don't have to tell everyone. I guess I told everyone, but it's not that big of a deal.
Holy shit. Yeah, your dog fucking molests me every time I come over, bro.
It's because you're good people. It's like her daddy. She feels that action from the air. She just likes you, man. That's it. She's a fucking puppy, man.
Well, whenever the time's right, bro, whenever all this shit's over with, you got to throw a little kickback, man.
Yeah, I would like to, man.
Did you guys redo your house?
Not really. We've been doing things.
Or you guys just cleaned it, or what?
Did Emily post a picture or something?
I don't know. Yeah, like the kitchen or something.
Yeah, she did some kitchen work. But honestly, like the inside is like pretty much remodeled when we bought it, which was real cool. There's a couple things like we need to do. One of the bathrooms we need to do, and then there's like little things. But the house was pretty much remodeled, and we're cool with, and it's our first home, you know, so we're comfortable. But the backyard, and I'm a homebody. The backyard is still dirt since we bought it, you know, and I have like crazy big plans, like fucking grass, fucking fire pit.
Grass is a big plan. Yo, I'm gonna get grass in the backyard.
Oh man,
can't wait for that. Can't wait to see some green every time I wake up.
Well, wait for the punchline. So I'm talking my lady into right now. We got a decent.
So, this ain't even for sure.
I can swing the grass. We're doing a lot of cement, but I want a half pipe. You know?
Oh hell no! You already have the whole garage, stupid fuck. You ain't getting the fucking half pipe.
That's what everyone says. I'm gonna get my fucking half pipe.
You ain't getting a half. When's the last time you skateboarded?
It's actually been a long.
Okay.
And that's like everyone's first excuse.
Yeah, your old ass is gonna be out there with your graphic tees.
You gotta
be out there with your graphic tees.
I'll put it on for the half pipe. That's why I'm saving them. Look. The thing was, I used to skate 10 plus years ago, but
well, you might as well get a fucking snow machine while you're at it too.
Just put some snow in the backyard. Send me the link. Well, listen though, I'm serious, dude.
Hey, I want my Jordans back too. Fuck you.
Motherfucker, I paid for those.
I forgot I sold those.
That little bastard. One night I forgot where we were drinking, but went hella hard on me like, I don't fuck with Jordan. Fuck them. Like, motherfucker, you pulled up at the shop and sold me the Jordans.
I'm hella mad about it. That's why, because those were the 11s. So anyway,
for retail. Wait, but listen about the idea. She's not having
That's
it.
not gonna happen, bro. I'm
She's
sorry.
not having it right now.
Right now?
Listen, real quick. So, I always wanted one, man. And I started skating like 5 years old. And I would tell my parents every year, or Santa, I wanted a half pipe. And my parents
There's probably a reason you don't have one yet.
Well, just hear me out. Back then, dude, you couldn't buy a half pipe offline. It's 2020. Yeah, I could literally order a half pipe and it's gonna show up in pieces on my door. I'm gonna order a fucking half pipe. Just give me some fucking time. But our backyard's decent size. What's the big deal? A half pipe in the corner.
A little half. It's gonna be half, like where half the grass is supposed to be.
That's good.
And what are you gonna do? Go down into the grass and fuck your grass up?
Motherfucker, a half pipe goes up and back.
So
you
yeah.
just like work it, you go up, that's the trick. Come
Oh,
back,
you're gonna get a quarter?
I ain't gonna get a quarter, bro. I'm getting a whole half.
Dude, that's not gonna happen. Just
well,
go down to Osborne.
No, it's closed right now. Like a perfect time right now. And I told my girl, man, I get my check. That's perfect. I'm a sign guy, the half pipe's like $1,300. I'm about to get
Babe, it's only $1,300.
I'm about to get a $1,200 check. Fuck it. I've been wanting.
Look, we'll just eat taquitos this whole month. We'll be good.
Taquitos are good. But
so how does that work now? You have your own job. Who pays you?
Right now? No one. That's what kind of sucks. I mean, it turned out to be somewhat bad timing.
Yeah, that's real fucking funny, bro.
Well, fuck. I mean, I'm a pretty easygoing person, man, and I like to, be positive about like the things, everything, or I try to make the best out of every situation, But I mean, who expected this, or when have we've never went through this, I just fucking like finished opening up my business,
right?
Emptied most of my savings account, and then bam, not making no money, and I have like a couple
extra bills,
yeah, that I wanted to have before I bought the barbershop, and I would have had a savings, So
right.
The timing wasn't right, bro. But
did you get the stimulus?
Yeah. But
just use that for the half pipe.
That's what I was doing.
I'm not buying it. The government is.
Exactly. That. Well, just a sign guy, like it ain't my $1,200, so a half pipe's $1,300. We get it.
And then ask her, "Can I borrow $100 of yours?"
Well, it's her backyard too. The least we could do is do 90-10.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny. But bro.
Yeah, I mean, the timing did turn out kind of bad after all.
But you know what, dude? You got it, bro. So it's all good.
Yeah.
So and when shit gets popping, everyone's gonna want a haircut. I might even come in.
I doubt it.
Well, I might come and say what's up.
Yeah. Stop by Buffalo.
You got
first.
Super Nintendo.
I got Super Nintendo. I actually stepped it up. I got a Super Nintendo. I got a.
You need to get some new fucking
Sega Genesis. What
you need to
hit me? What you got?
You need to get some new seats, bro, because those are the most awkward height seats. And that fucking bum that was in there that told you that is correct. Because you sit on it, and I'm like, my feet are like, my tippy toes are touching the ground, like it's an awkward position.
Don't be going hard on my. Those are the old seats, but
yeah, get rid of those.
Okay, well,
get a whole fucking get a all red leather couch.
No,
a little L couch.
Dude, I think like a sectional is really like my idea. But fucking when you get a couch, dude, and me too. Like if I'm gonna get in there. You gotta imagine who people coming in here. Some people are like drinking beers and shit. Like they're gonna be like just take up 4 spots. Dude.
So
what do you mean? So what about?
Dude, I'll come in there and bring my own pillow, bro.
Yeah, you usually do. But yeah, I do need I'm working on that. I actually got a couple little like
Emily,
couch chairs.
Emily, he should use a stimulus check for that.
Come check out the barbershop. This is nice.
No, dude.
On the old chairs. We knew now.
Is that what's that named after?
I named it after my dad.
Okay, I figured that was what it was.
Yeah. I named it after my dad. That I lost like 6 years ago. Oh, I was actually 6.5. I was in barber school when I and a big thing for me, I was fucking off for a while, man. For for some time, I was fucking off, and I really didn't care about too many things. But Like just one day it hit me, man, and it was pretty close after high school. I fucked off a little longer and I had some fun, but it just hit me like my parents did nothing but good to me my life. You know, the least I owe them is try to get my shit together. You know,
Right.
so I went and got like a regular job. I was at a grocery store and it hit me pretty fast. Like, fuck this, I'm not doing this. But I was working, you know, and it already made my dad proud. Just for me doing something from what I was doing, you know,
Right.
nothing, and just fucking off a lot, doing what I want. But then I lost him in that, and like a big thing for me, like I said, right before I dove into the barber thing, and he support me whatever I want to do, which made me really happy. Backlash a little bit actually in high school. I used to spend some of my lunch money, $20 a week, mind you, $15 a haircut. But there was like I had boys do $10 haircuts, $5 sometimes if you're lucky in the backyard, you know, and we're decent. So I would definitely spend like I always liked a fresh haircut, so that was like my thing of getting into it, you know. And I told my dad when like junior year probably, I want to cut hair and just make money on the side right now. It's cool, you know. I have buddies that do it and they make a couple bucks. Even if you did 4
Right.
heads, you know, fucking couple $100 a week in high school is good money, you
Fuck
know.
yeah, it is.
$100 a week.
Yeah.
So he and I'm big on like just quality stuff, but he brought me like this package home from Ross Dress for Less. I got you some clippers. Start doing what you said. And I still got him because I mean I appreciate that. He's like,
Fuck yeah,
"Start
dude. You
doing
better
what-"
keep those.
Yeah, and it fucking I mean those mean a lot to me. They're right there in my barber station at the house. But he got me these clippers and they had a lever, so I learned how to fade a little bit. But really, honestly, in high school was like friends being cheap. I felt like, you know, but it's like fuck it, I'm still learning.
Right.
And I kind of learned like how to fade a little bit. And then I tried the real job, like I said, back to the story. And I'm like, fuck that, I'm not doing this. I want to go to barber school. And my dad's just like, let's go, do it. So I went, and then I lost him like 2-3 months in, and then fucking shit wasn't good, man. I mean, just in my head, I was worrying about a lot of things. My mom means a lot to me, and she wasn't good.
Right.
So, just in it all, I mean, getting into, you know, I wanted to fucking do better. And so I started taking school real serious. Right after school, I got into a barbershop. And it was like, you know, it's a slow pace. You got to build clientele in a barbershop. But I kind of stumbled upon a little manager position. I mean, mind you, I only had a couple barbers, but in Atwater, you know, like the first year of being in the barbershop, and all my family, you know, friends like, that's you, Jesse, and like, you know, I knew you would have done it. It's like, man, I know I did. I kind of stumbled upon it, but it did feel good, you know?
Right.
And then it's like, man, I want to be in a barbershop, like bullshitting with boys, like a bigger barbershop, you know, and there's Barber Club in Atwater. Shout out Barber Club. Barber Club's cool. But they had like
Is that the one on like Broadway?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have like 9-10 barbers, you know, and I'm like, man, I want to be something like that and
Right.
bullshitting with the boys, you know, that's what I like. And then I had a buddy in Turlock working at Caddy's, the spot I bought now. And he's like, man, we got space, come over here. A buddy I went to barber school with, and my skills were, you know, I was comfortable with my skills already at that time. I mean, it took a little bit, but I got there and I was comfortable with everything. And I went over there, and it just like, all them just being around me though, and I was still like, I'm a very humble person. I like to say, I mean, I don't want to pump it up, but I do like to say, and I still am, I'm not the best barber, but I know I could cut hair, you know. But at that time, I was still working on that confidence, and they all like really pumped me up.
Right.
And it fucking made me feel really good, dude. And like 6-7 months into being there, and we had a solid little 6-7 squad, and we would do stuff together, and it felt great, dude. And then my manager's just like, I'm leaving. And I'm like, man, and he was kind of like the glue to that little thing. I'm like, man, like fucking why? You know, I thought things were going great here, and he just wanted to go do his own thing, which respect to him, and he did, and it worked out good for him. But at the time, I'm just like, why, dude? And I built a close relationship with him pretty quick, and I didn't like it. But Caddy was already contacting me, and Caddy has another spot. So I'm like, man, I'm like last in the line to be the manager.
Right, because you just got there.
Yeah, and I had been feeling there, and then I just heard word of mouth, like he wants someone that's already been there and knows the shop, you know. So I actually reached out to him, and I'm like, man, I think I fit the position. and not being like confident or whatever, but I mean, I can handle it. I was cool with everyone already. I'm a pretty easygoing person, and like I said, I'm not a boss, you know, like you're your own boss. If you want to come in a little late, you got some shit to take care of. That's the luxury of being a barber.
Right.
Do it, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm for that. But I became manager of a 7-person barbershop like 6-7 months into being there, and that fucking felt great, especially for my confidence. So I was doing that for like 4 years, and then I got comfortable, which ain't necessarily the best thing, and anyone successful will tell you that, you know. And I'm like, fuck it, man. I'm here. I don't really have to pay rent because I was manager. You know, I got free rent. And things were good.
Did anyone who was there feel a type of way about that? Or
there
they
was
all,
actually
Because I feel like a couple people probably were there for like years were like,
yeah.
man,
You
fuck
know
Jesse,
what? And
you know?
there was actually Caddy. Well, Caddy's been open since 2012. So at the time, I think it was 2015. I'm like, man, I know people been working for you. And there was even people that worked for me at my shop that he moved over that been working them for years, you know. And I'm like, I don't want to step on no one's toes.
But that's also not that long.
Yeah.
If it was like a 10-year span or a 5, 6, 7, 8 year span where someone's just been putting in time, coming to work all day, and then you come in for like 7 months and then, all right, Jesse, I would feel a type of way about that. But like, honestly, like that's only like a 3-year difference.
Yeah, it's really not. But at the same time, dude,
But
you're mind you, now that I'm 7 months in, so I'm like 2 years in total barbering, you know.
Right.
And now I run a fucking 7.
Yeah, that's
so like
right.
in my head, it was kind of crazy, but I was like for it, you know.
Right.
And I'm like, let me do it. And then just the the no rent thing was a big. I mean, that saves me a lot of money, or it makes me make basically a lot more money. So I'm like, man, I'm in for it. And then Caddy, like, he's like, man, I had you on my mind, which felt fucking great. You know, I'm like, out of all these people, and I don't know how that worked. Like I said, I'm not pumping myself up. I'm not really that good or cool. But I was very appreciative for it, you know?
Yeah.
It felt fucking great, dude. And once he said that, like, I got the word from him. We sat down and had dinner. I'm like, dude, I got it. I'm doing it. And then I went in, and I was just the same me. I could have been a little harder. Just because barbers do like to take advantage of their little schedule, but things fucking went great since then, man. And then fast forward to now, 4 or 5 years later, right before I bought the barbershop, just like I said, friend, family, were giving me a lot of confidence. But the clients that I didn't really know, that I've been cutting for a while, but I don't know them outside of shop, just like, you could do it, Jess. Why don't you have your own barbershop? Like, it meant the most. Like, motherfucker, you don't. Yeah. Not talking crap, but you don't know me. Like, and you're telling me like I could do it. Why don't you have a shop? Why don't you have a cut? You know, like it meant like fucking everything, man. Right. And then my lady, she's really always pumping me to do, you know, which it feels good too. Do good things. And I'm like, fuck it, man. I just had finished, which is my prized possession, damn near paying off my boat. I'm like, if I sell the boat, I could probably buy this place.
Did you sell it?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Fucker.
We'll be back. Don't be like, motherfucker, I invited you like 4 times. Nothing.
Yeah, on a Sunday. Bitch, I work Sunday night. Fuck.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to
go. You were looking for an excuse.
I was going to go hard on you, but yeah, I feel it. But I did, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I invited you.
I know. I felt bad because I wanted
to
go with you guys.
Even your brother, I'm close with.
I wanted to go with you guys, man.
But, so this was the thing in my head, which it's going to happen, you know, and I'll sell that. You got to take sacrifices, you know, which not that I've done it too often, but I've heard about it my whole life, you know, and I'm like, man, if I sell this, I'll have more than enough money. Plus my savings, you know, to do what I want to do. And Caddy really wasn't on board, my former boss.
Did you propose? I was going to ask you, did you propose that to him or did he put it up? Or he was thinking about it?
Well, a couple times he had like reached out to me and like, if you want, well, we got pretty close over the time because I ran his barbershop, you know, but would reach out to me and like, do you want half? It's like, no, dude, I don't want half because, and not talking him down, but it's like I'm doing everything over here and managing it, and then you just come in and pick up your half, you know, after I run it. And
you told him that?
Yeah, that's how I felt about it, you know.
Well, you know what? I think
it's like if
you're smart, so I honestly believe closed mouths don't get fed. No matter how
Yeah.
good of a worker you are, people will take advantage of you if you don't speak up and you don't give them, because you told him that, right? And he's sitting there like, he already knew that, and he was like, fuck, you know. So it was like either respect or whatever. So you know what I'm saying?
It's funny you said that, bro. Someone told me that when I was like 19. I really never. You know, I definitely understand the saying, closed mouths never get fed.
They never get fed, bro. No matter how good of a worker you are, or how talented you are.
That's a big fucking huge thing I live by nowadays, and it's true though.
Not to go off arrogant though, but to let people know your worth and what you're about.
And I never am like that. Like, right. You know, it's like, hey, I think, you know, and I know in my head I could. But that, I really like that saying, and that actually I got told that, but that had nothing to do with that at the time. But it's true though. If you fucking want something, speak up about it, or do something about it. I really didn't have to speak up to him, and I could have went and done my own thing or tried it, you know. But at the same time, I was there, I was chilling, finishing my story, and all these random clients, you know, which pumped me up even more.
That shit'll get you fired up, dude, to like go in there and let them know.
Yeah, and it's just like, you should do it, Jesse. You got it, and it felt fucking great. And I necessarily didn't think I did, but that helped a lot. And then I'm like, you know what? I mentioned to him a couple times when he would say like, buy the half thing, and I'm not interested. You know, if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it myself. So and a couple times, like I said, I'd be like, let me just buy it. And just joking around. I don't even know if I had the money at the time, you know, to buy it. But after I sold the boat, which was the plan, I was either going to invest in another house so I have a little retirement, or like I always want to do, which I was doing, you know, and I worked up to it, building up my clientele. It took time, buy a barbershop. But at the same time, I'm just like, man, I'm comfortable right here, you know. But I got that feedback from family, and like I said, these random people that made me feel fucking great about it.
Yeah, like you don't want to settle.
And I'm just like, man, let's sit down and talk. Let's talk about numbers, you know. And in my head, it's like I don't even have to leave, dude. I have my barbers here. I won't have to reach out to nobody, you know. I have a full staff. Everyone knows I work here. And everyone will see what I bring to the table compared to what it was. Right. And like I said, not talking it down, but let me just show you how I want to do shit. Right. Which is the plan. It's already in the works. You know?
And you're already there.
Yeah.
It's already comfortable. You already have your 7 dudes person. Or however many, you know. And yeah, dude, it's like that was probably, I mean, an easy transition for you.
Yeah, it actually, fucking, like I said, I was going through
easier than usual.
Yeah,
like how,
definitely,
you know what I'm saying?
It definitely was. I was like deep thinking about things, man, and I'm like, man, if I'm gonna do it, like, I'm a comfortable person. Like, let me just fucking stay here and own it. Right. You know, was my plan. And we sat down and we talked, and
How did he think? What, like, when you told him initially, like when he knew you were serious, what did he like? Was he kind of like, I don't know?
Honestly, at the beginning, and we would have like little dinners, you know, just because it's his business, and I was straight up like, he wasn't there, so I was taking care of it, managing it, you know. So we'd have like regular dinners every now and then, or meetups, and talk about shit. And I told him right from the get-go, even when I told him like, I think I should manage it, I just had that fucking thought in my head at the time. I think I was 22, but it worked out. Luckily it worked out, but I had this fucking arrogant thought, you know, like, I should be the boss. Right. I think I could do it. And he was totally on board. And at that time, though, I told him, like, look, Caddy, I don't want no bad blood. I appreciate you taking care of me. And I know his shop was a big thing in Turlock, so it helped me build a lot of clientele. Like, one day, though, bro, I'm going to open my own barbershop. And he's like, that's totally fine, Jesse. I see you doing that. And he's always been great fucking... And I appreciate him for that. But that's totally fine, Jesse. I definitely see you doing that.
Maybe he's seen a little bit of himself in you, you know?
Which I appreciate, though. Because I didn't necessarily see it, though, bro, you know?
But it's good to have people like that who understand that you are going to outgrow Caddy. Yeah. And to support that, though, you know? Because as much as he likes you and liked what you did, to let you kind of go and like give you the
and it felt fucking great. And I mean, in a sense though, and like in my head, really, which I mean, I am not like that, because I mean, we have our own clientele, he has his own clientele, but I would be his competition one day, you know. Right. Is when I'm talking to him about it, you know, I'm like, man, I don't know how he's gonna take it. Like, I'm gonna open up a barbershop in your town.
Yeah,
that
is true.
So I didn't know I always take it, but just from him, man, I mean, that felt fucking great. And once everything followed through and I did what I wanted to do with the shop,
there's no going back now.
Yeah, and he even reached out to me like, man, the shop looks great. Let me know when the grand opening, like, and all the fucking talk I got just from clients, like, because they saw the 180 and already what I bring to the table. It was just a little bit. But, I mean, it felt fucking really good, dude, because I've been so nervous and I put a lot of pressure on myself. And then, like, I did it. And I didn't tell no one, dude. And, like, you're a close friend of mine. You didn't know. My lady knew. And then my mom kind of knew at the end. She has a big mouth, so she didn't know for a while. But then I let her know, that's my mother. But that's, like, the two people that knew. And then I just did it. But, man, just what I felt back from everyone and people walking in. And mind you, it took time. I'm not pumping it up, but I'm pretty booked up like every day now. I'm a appointment based, but just all my clients walking in like, man, because I didn't talk to them about it, but they're like, man, what's going on?
Right.
And I'm like, I bought it, bro. Like, this is my, and they're like, dude, and like so happy and like just. It felt fucking great, man. Although this shit just happened, like I know I'm on the right path.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It felt real good just from everyone else, especially from having that much stress,
Right.
Because I was really like just going through it, man. There's some reason, but I felt like for no reason now. Like there was literally nothing I was like totally stressed about. It's just like, what's going to happen?
Right.
Am I going to be successful? Is it worth it? Should I sign a 5-year? Like, should I do all this shit?
Right.
But it just like once I did it, dude, I never felt more sure about anything than ever. Even now, bro, now that I have to be shut down and I'm excited, dude. It's gonna go great.
I'm super proud of you, bro. I love seeing people from around here, doing shit like that.
I really
creating things
that,
out of nothing,
Yeah.
So, hell yeah, dude. That was a great story, bro. I appreciate that, man. Because that was what I wanted to come on and have fun and shit, but I also wanted to talk about your process.
Yeah. Sorry, I just be diving into details. I didn't.
No, that's good, dude. That's super good, dude.
But that fucking little story, man, makes me real happy, and just you saying that, and that really means the most to me, bro. Fucking getting that. And not that I'm out there reaching for it, but for me, like, bro, when I'm doing this, like I said, it wasn't. No one even knew I was doing this, and I probably started early October, and I'm going through it, bro. Like October to fucking February, every night, every day, thinking about what I want to do, up on Amazon, ordering shit, checking my bank account, making sure I can order shit, going through it, bro. And
there's a lot that goes in behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Just with this.
There really is.
Yeah, just with this basic little podcast, me not telling anyone and just doing my research, bro, like, that takes a lot of fucking time. Yeah. I think that's where people what people don't understand,
110%. Bro.
So, but what you did, man, that's awesome, bro. And I'm super excited. When everything opens back up, I'm definitely going to come in and get my beard trimmed up, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe get a cut.
And,
you should get a cut.
And big congratulations to you and Emily, dude.
I appreciate that, bro.
I know that goes way back.
Yeah.
You guys' friendship and then relationship, and I love both you guys, dude. Seriously,
I appreciate
you guys are good people.
Man. We love you too. You're a genuine person.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on, dude. This was a fucking great. Honestly, this was a great podcast. I didn't know. I was just like you said, bro. I was just gonna come in. I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna press record, and we'll just see what happens, bro.
That's what I was thinking, man. Like I told you before, right when I got here, I'm like, man, I never been on a podcast. It's not like I'm like totally freaked out about it, but it's just, and I didn't even know what we were gonna, my lady, she's like, "What are you guys gonna talk about?" And I'm like, "I don't know, what everybody wants to talk about."
Right. But I do want to bring up one more thing. Is
hit me.
So speaking on your engagement, you went to fucking Paris for that, right?
Yeah, we did.
So what was the process with that? So obviously she knew you guys were. Did you bring up like let's go on vacation?
You know what? We from the I already been into it, but so kind of was she, like, before we started dating. But I was like 18, dude. I was like, man, I want to travel. I want to see things. And big on me, like, I don't even necessarily need to travel, bro. Even till today, like, put me in a beach in Santa Cruz for like 5 days and let me get drunk and have fun. You know, I'm happy.
For real, Santa Cruz and Capitola is like traveling for me.
I love Capitola.
Me too, bro. It's kickback as fuck, dude.
I'm a Capitola today.
I'm a kickback guy.
That's what I am
Capitola
too.
is like the kickback city, bro.
Because when people talk about like you travel, your vacation, like I don't like to travel. Take me to the beach, set me on the beach in a chair, and give me a fucking drink. I'm on vacation, you know. Yeah. That's my favorite.
Fuck yeah.
But I do enjoy exploring other places, and so did she. But I mean, the thing with her, and everyone knows, I didn't fucking hide it. Not like I knew it was gonna happen, but it's always been a thing. Like I told her mom, I think in 3rd grade. Might have been 4th grade, but that I'm gonna marry your daughter one day. And she's like, okay, you better be a dentist or something. Like said something, you know, and she's a sweet lady, but I'm like, okay. No, I will.
She's probably telling her husband, yeah, fucking right.
I remember even, dude, 6th grade, it's funny, you and Dalt were talking about Mr. Sanchez, and he was a hard, you know.
He was a hard ass.
He was. I was scared.
I was fucking scared. That was your teacher?
Yeah.
So I had Miss Streeter.
Lucky.
Yeah.
You know what? I love Mr. Sanchez. And even, bro, at that time, though, like...
Damn, you watch our podcast, Real One.
Yeah, I do. I do, buddy.
That was a small section of that.
You know that.
I'm just fucking with you.
But Mr. Sanchez, funny thing about it, though, he was a family friend, dude. Like, my brother is 5-6 years older than me, and he was really close with his son. I mean, we just all grew up in Atwater. You know, Mr. Sanchez has been a coach for a long time. He was really close to my family, but just if you go to Elmer Woods, you know the talk about Mr. Sanchez.
Oh, fuck yeah.
If you're in trouble, I don't care if you're kindergarten, 1st grade, you're going to Mr. Sanchez.
You fucking right.
You know, so like when it was coming up, I'm like...
And when you're in his class and you're in the little lines to go in, he whistles a little...
Mulberry tree? I got mulberry tree so many. I wasn't that bad either, but just mulberry tree. And I just had to fucking run. Dude.
Yep.
Like 4 or 5 days a week.
Yep.
Anyways, fast forwarding to me and my fiance's story. I felt like I always knew she was the one, you know, but I was a child at the time. But come 6th grade, Emily was dating another dude. Dating, you know, and like, I think we dated that year, but dating, you don't do nothing, you know. You like tell friends that's your girlfriend.
Pretty much.
You don't touch each other, you know. I remember one time,
dude, holding hands is like the thing.
Dude, me and Emily were dating at a time, and I remember, and she's always been like a good girl, you know. I remember I went to hold her hand because it was like a cool thing. One of my buddies, George, he was holding hands with his girl, you know. I'm like, man, I'm gonna hold my girl's hand. That was like a big thing, 6th grade, you know. And I went to go hold Emily's hand, and like she held it for a second. I felt like we weren't talking.
You guys were vibing.
Fast forward to 2020, I felt like we were vibing, but I went to go hold her hand, and like she held my hand for like a minute and a half, and it just took off running. I'm like, we were watching. Remember the Rockets with the bottles?
Yeah.
We were sitting there, and my boys just like just smoothly like grabbed his.
That's crazy. I do remember that, dude.
I mean, this goes back. I'm telling you, we
she took off running.
Well, I played it for a minute. She was digging it for at least a minute. But my boy, like, and he gave me like a shoulder shrug, you know, and he's holding his girl's hand. And I'm like, fuck it. So I put. Mind you, I mean, I haven't done nothing. Me and Emily haven't done nothing. We're fucking 11, 12 years old. And she grabs my hand. And I'm like, yeah.
Just fucking pimp status, bro.
Living the fucking dream.
She's sitting there like,
there's like 2 dudes right there holding chicks' hands, and I'm one of them.
You're like, you fucking right.
Yeah, watching the Rocket show, you know. I'm like, dude, this is the shit. Not getting in trouble by Mr. Sanchez. Man, this is the shit. For 60 seconds, it was the shit. And then she just got up and took off running. She was a good girl, so she just took off on me. I'm like, man, what'd I do, you know? But it was 6th grade, like I said. It was funny because...
Where the hell did she go?
I don't know. Because you had to be sitting...
You fucking took a lap or what?
It was kind of like you had to be sitting there.
She took herself to the mulberry tree.
You know when they do the show, like everyone's just sitting black top.
Yeah, and if Mr. Sanchez is there, I'm not moving, bro.
Yeah, you're lucky if you get a grass spot. If not, you're on the basketball court. Everyone sits right there like it's the biggest fucking thing of the year, you know, the rocket show. So she took off. I don't know where she took off, but I felt a little silly, but I'm like, whatever, you know, what can I do? It was funny. Another thing happened that year. Mind you, guys, it was 6th grade. I did nothing special happen.
Shout out to the woodchucks, you know what I'm saying?
The Chuck.
Woodchucks.
We were killing it. I was actually hella slow. I got luckily, I hit a nice long jump. They put me on the
You were on the track team?
They put me on the long jump team. Twice, actually. I was killing it. But once it got to, like, you know, the big thing in elementary, obviously, was Atwater High. It's like, dude, there was, like, guys hitting, like, 8, 9 feet. And I was, like, 7'2".
Right. Do you remember we had to walk to Atwater High? Remember?
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember where Save Mart's at was a fucking field?
Yeah,
and we walked through the trail.
That's
fucking crazy,
it is
bro.
Fucking crazy.
I think about that shit frequently, like how much it's grown already. It's still a small town, but dude, it was a fucking field, bro.
Yeah. That's only
Atwater
natives know that shit. We would cross right through there, so we
right through there.
time.
There was a trail. Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of going to quick and snappy and going around. Yep. So, motherfuckers who live in Atwater know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You gotta be from Atwater.
So anyway, fuckhead, what about Paris, bitch?
Motherfucker, I was just working up the story.
Okay, we're in 6th grade, so what are we going to 7th grade now? Like,
nothing happened cool in 7th grade. If I got a handhold in 6th grade, nothing happened cool for a long time.
7th grade, I got a fucking wink.
She was gone from the sweaty palms.
Was she still running or what? 2 years later,
basically,
she did her Forrest Gump shit.
Basically, you know what? We always fucking not like you're talking or anything in 6th grade, but we always been like close though, you know, and we'd always check in. And like I said, that was.
Would you call on your house phone?
Yeah, dude. Like 4th, 5th grade.
Yeah.
And it was funny. I mean, sometimes she'd call back, take that one on doctor. But I would call, dude, and I would fucking it would be like 9:30, 10 o'clock, you know, and her mom's like, Jesse, like, why you like can I talk to him?
Aren't you supposed to be sleeping?
Yeah, and she would be upset, you know, and hang up the phone. Yeah, but we talked a long time. Like in 6th grade, dude, we'd talk every day on the house phone. It was funny because I would grab the house phone like it was my chick, mind you. It's not my chick, obviously. We did the hand holding thing, but grab and she wasn't digging it. Grab the phone and just like walk out front, you know. I'm walking down the driveway and just the signal. It's a house phone.
It's like, hello? You're like,
that felt real stupid, and the phone would be hung up, so I wouldn't call her back that day.
Oh my god.
But I would do shit like that, and when I thinking I was cool, and we just always been tight, man. And then like one time in high school, we kind of took it serious, and I felt like we were going that way. Maybe we weren't, but babe, I think we were. But there was like a time, and she was like calling me out on it, like, and I was from freshman year, not like it was the cool thing, but I started partying pretty hard. It was like maybe in a early junior year, maybe. And we like started really talking, and it was gonna get serious, as in like not like high school is that serious, but you know, like girlfriend boyfriend label, and that meant something at Atwater High. You know? It's not like it's a big deal, but people would know, you know,
because each class was like 300 people.
Yeah,
so there's about 1,200 people at
total. So if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, they knew.
Motherfuckers know what time it is.
On campus.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we were getting. Like I felt, and she had mentioned something because I was fucking wild now. I ain't gonna lie, but
hold on, I want to fix this real quick.
I had told her too, though. Like, I mean, I always cared about her, but I told her too. Like, I would never want to do something bad to you, or you know, like get
Right.
together and then me fuck it up.
Right,
You know, is
right.
basically what I told her, and she kind of like. I felt like almost took that offensively, you know. But I now that I'm an adult, I understand. Like she was like, you know, I get it. Do what you
Right,
want to do,
right.
you know. And that's where we went at that time. But we were still like friends, you know. But it's just like it ain't gonna fucking work. You're gonna, you know, jack off, then do what you got to do. And then so she moved on.
She's a real one for that, bro.
Yeah, she really is. I mean, she. I can't deny that she's a good girl, but that's exactly what happened, and I'm just like, you know what? And that's how I felt too, and I really wouldn't want to like get with her and then fuck up, or on the weekend, you know, be partying and do something I shouldn't do and make her hurt.
Right.
Like that. That's the only girl I fucking ever meant something to me. Any other girl, you know, I got friends and stuff, but I don't give a fuck about their feelings, you know.
Right.
I never really had a girlfriend. I don't care about girls' feelings, but at this time, sorry, but I told her that because she meant. Get back to it, buddy. I'm
You're
sorry,
a fucking fool, bro.
motherfucker. I'm just telling you how it was. Let me tell my story.
He's on it.
It was a bad time.
You're a fucking fool, bro.
No,
When are we getting to Paris?
Okay, listen. I want to tell my story. Whether you just want to hear about Paris or not, let me just tell our fucking love story. Shit.
All right, let's go.
Well, fuck. She wasn't digging that idea. So things didn't work out. But honestly, I mean, between us two, like I said, since fucking third grade, we always kept it cool, even like our little shit. But you got to think. So now we're fast forward 11th grade. So I held her hand once, you know, and I kind of talked to her once. Like,
Right.
Not much big shit happened outside of being friends, you know, but we always been close. And then I told that had happened, and it's just like, it's not going to work now for both of us, you know, it's a smart thing. And then come after high school, couple years, or down to, honestly, I think I was in barber school. I just graduated, so it was like the time I really wasn't doing good mentally, honestly, and I ran into her at our little Atwater Park, which I love to do, and I was having a great time. I mean, I was still having a good time, but when it come to like fucking, when you're thinking about things, you know, you've been there, like if fucking things weren't good in my mind, man.
Right.
And she showed up, and like we just fucking caught up real quick. We've always known each other, you know, hugged each other, talked about things, and I was like, man, come over, you know. And my family always had a little fucking 4th of July something. I'm like, come over and just hang out, you know. And I've been trying to have her do this for a long time. Her mom didn't let her for a long time, but then when she got older, she's like, I'm just not coming.
Right.
But it came to the time, like, you can make your decision, like, come over and just hang out and, you know, have some drinks with us, have some barbecue with us. And she came over, man, and it went great. And that day just helped me a lot. Just having someone, you know, especially fucking, you know, it's nice to have friends or guy friends or whatever, but a female companion is nice, you know.
Yeah.
As a man.
Yeah.
You know,
It
that
really
anyone
is.
knows
Yeah.
that. So it was really nice to have her, and she's a very understanding person. That came to that, and
Someone you could show your...
and my boys knew too. Like, it was that like was a big thing. My boys knew too. Like, dude, like she's a good one, you know.
Yeah.
And I was a fuck off for
Right.
quite some time. So
Someone you could show your sensitive side
yeah.
too, you know.
So for them to say that too, you know, and for her to come just pop in my life in a very bad time, like it fucking meant a lot, and it helped me a lot. But that's when I started taking it serious. Obviously we started dating after that. But it just, since it's like the thing, okay, fast forward to you. Sorry for the whole fucking
No, you're
weak
good,
ass
bro.
story, man. I hate on the cool story.
Yeah, when we get into Paris.
Okay, fast forward to Paris. Fucking. That's why I just want to give you guys a breakdown because he's talking. Oh, what about Paris? Like I knew her since I was fucking 11. So 2001.
Did you say, "Hey, let's go on vacation"?
Okay.
Or was it her?
I'm gonna break it down. No. Listen.
Hold on.
You're not listening.
All right, I'm buckled up.
Okay, buckle up. Because you got a long... That sounds like you don't want to listen to, but listen to you.
I'm listening.
Well, anyway, so we've been dating now a few years. We bought a house together. So at that time when we bought a house together, you know, like in my head, I already knew what I wanted. And like, if I'm going to do this...
Well, I fucking hope so. You guys bought a fucking house.
Yeah, I agree. But if I, you know, in my head, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. And if like I said earlier, I never really had like a real girlfriend, you know, so and Emily means something to me, so I'm going to do it right. And then when she wanted to do the house thing, I'm like, you know, I got you. We could do it together, which fucking means abundance even till this day. A nice little team member helps a lot. And we did that when we were 23. So it's almost 3 years now since we bought the house. But, 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, Paris, what Dallas was talking about. Just want to give you guys a story since you're a fucking dickhead.
That's a big deal, fuckface.
Okay, I'm just telling you the whole fucking story. Don't be telling them like I met this girl at the fucking almond tree. Like,
shout out to ATL. You know what I'm saying?
It goes hard.
Oh,
I can't
fuck,
wait
dude.
for the ATL.
What's wrong with me and girls at the almond tree?
There's nothing
might-
wrong, actually. I might what? You know what? I want to know what. You know what? I might have met one. I hope it's not you're talking about the fucking 4 females that be at Almond Tree every single time you go there. You know what I'm talking
It's not.
I might have met a special
You might
one.
meet a girl on her spring break, came home, you know?
I hope to God I want to meet the Almond Tree. Okay, all right. Well, listen.
Hey, okay, no, continue.
No,
continue.
hit me.
No, because her dad's pretty crazy.
What do you mean?
Is he scary?
He's just a big ass dude.
That works for UPS still?
He does. He's just taking.
Because he used to deliver my packages.
Yeah. He used to deliver mine too. When I.
Why is that fun?
Because you fucking started laughing, bastard. Don't put it on me.
No, bitch. Listen.
Why?
Because my dad knows him, and he's like, that dude's crazy. And also, he's like, I feel bad for Jesse.
I thought you were talking. He has to work for UPS a
That
lot.
fool would fucking body people,
Dude,
bro.
he's actually a very sweet guy. But
Shout out to the real Mr. Rogers.
No,
This is the upcoming Mr. Rogers.
With Mr. Rogers' blessing, his daughter's becoming Mrs. Klein, actually. Thank you, Craig. So fuck you, Dal.
I'm gonna call you Mr. Rogers. I'm changing that to my fucking contacts. Mr. Rogers, I need a haircut.
Fuck you, man. Hey. You know what, though? Because I didn't used to call her on the house phone. When sometimes, you know, I'd call her a little later, and as in later, like 9:15, 9:30, but that's later.
Jesse, aren't you supposed to be asleep?
Yeah, exactly. From her mom, her dad was pretty chill, but
he's like, yeah, I'll go wake her up right now.
Her dad's like 6'7", dude.
Dude, he's a massive.
Yeah,
Dude, I used to get scared when he delivered back. Like, who the fuck
so
is
did
that,
I.
dude?
So did I. I'm like, that's the hot girl's daughter. Don't fuck with her, man. But he's always.
No wonder she had no wonder she was sheltered, bro. I'm telling you, dude. I would be scared as fuck.
You know what? Tell you the truth, like her dad's very laid back. He's a super cool guy.
Probably just really hard to approach.
But before, hell yeah. Well, even till the day I'm a tall guy. Are you doing great?
Like this. How you doing?
I got better at it. But honestly, he's a super cool guy. I love Greg. He's actually, no offense, Emily. He's chiller than Emily, though. I love. Emily's not leaving. I'm leaving. Hey, motherfucker, get back in there. I didn't get in trouble.
If she's still listening, you're in trouble.
I didn't mean it like that. It's just he's a super laid back guy, dude. And I don't.
Emily's not laid back.
No, she is, but dude, I could.
Well, she needs to be on that ass with your ass. That's
She
why.
is. I ain't getting no half pipe.
I can't believe you get away with what you get away with.
Motherfucker, explain.
Every time I see your Insta story with the boys, I'm like, bitch, it's Wednesday. It's fucking Wednesday,
Bitch, and what are we doing? Just chill. You're making me look at. What are we doing? Chilling. You know what?
Well, nothing's really changed for me. That's why, because I'm still working. So
That's funny.
can we get to Paris, bro?
Well, fuck, you're the one
Fuck.
that pumping it up. Her dad's not that scary. He's 7 foot tall, yeah, but he's a
That
super
would
cool
fucking
guy.
rip your fucking throat out, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I guess if I wasn't a nice guy, he probably would.
Okay, so you fly to Paris. Whose idea was it? Yours
Okay.
or Emily's?
Listen. So, go back to 1994.
Can I go piss? I gotta...
Okay, listen. No, don't go piss. Listen. Wait, I gotta go piss. Wait, but you want to
Okay. No, let's go. No.
pause it?
Yeah. Do you need another beer?
Yeah. Did you grab another one?
No, this was still mine.
Oh, that's all right.
You can grab one. Go get one. I got a 12-pack. Thank God I was going to get a 6-pack.
Why do you keep making me look bad?
I'm not.
Are you gonna drink one with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Emily, me and Dallas are hungry.
You know what? She'd come through with us. That's why I like her.
Dude, she should. We should go get some lunch, bro.
No, let's just do me and you.
I should leave that in. I should leave that in.
Leave it in. I love my girl, but we didn't spend a lot of
You're like, you know what? I'm fucking need
Well,
some time back to myself.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
well, I haven't seen Emily in hella long.
You haven't seen me, motherfucker. Nice to see you.
I want to see your better half, bitch.
Shit, motherfucker. I know that's what you think, but goddamn, I care about you. Fuck your haircut. I'd like to know what the hell you're doing. If you're alive, if you're okay, man. Fuck.
Oh, solid. So can we get, like passports, Paris, you know what I'm saying?
Just figure out, let everyone know it's not just like I brought her to fucking Paris. I fucking got
But
beat
you
up.
did.
I got beat up from her 7 foot tall dad and then brought her to Paris, man.
You had to beat him in an arm wrestling challenge.
That ain't happening. Even till today, he's even getting a little more sore, but that motherfucker's big still.
He's a fucking beast,
Yeah,
dude.
fucking great.
He's a fucking bring up the packages and fucking throw them at the door. He wouldn't even ring the doorbell. He just punched the door out. Like, oh, UPS guy's here. Oh,
Fucking guy.
shit, dude.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
So this
So
is
bonjour, motherfucker.
So this is what happened. So we bought. I'm not gonna back it up too much so I don't piss you off, man. Let me get some Chaphams.
Oh my God.
Cause this is a long. Is it a big deal? Do you need to cut up the chapstick? Maybe they'll sponsor you. I'm sorry, but I need it. I'll hop back in. Okay. I just want to let everyone know we've known each other for like 13 years before I just popped her out to Paris like Dallas pumping it up. But listen. So here was the thing. One day, so we bought our house together 23. So it's almost 3.5 years or 3 years now. We bought our house together. And that's when I knew personally And I felt like she knew too, not saying that I'm that special, you know, but we've always had that bond. And when I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right, you know. She meant something to me, so even having a girlfriend, you know, like means more to me or more to people outside of me, like she means something to me, you know. So I knew at that time when we bought the house and we both put our names on everything, we would be something more, you know. And I was totally in. But fast forward, that was 23. So fast forward to last year, 2 years.
Well, how fucking old are you?
I just turned 26. But
You're fucking
real
old, bitch. You still 25? Bitch, I'm still 24 until June. You're still wearing graphic tees.
That's the only fuck you, man.
Fucking
This is a weak ass graphic tee. You're lucky I'm wearing all my plain tees. How about that? I figure I'd wear one for the pod.
Okay, so you're in Paris.
Okay. Oh, hey, why you keep advancing it?
Just go.
Just listen to the story.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So in my head, you know, since it's been since we were 11 years old, and I used to always throw the idea around. I mean, I always cared about the girl. Like I told a lot of people actually I would marry her. It was funny. I'm not even gonna fucking say it because I'm pissed out. So we'll just fast forward to Paris.
Okay. You said, "Hey, let's go to Paris."
No, this is what happened.
Oh no!
Back in '98. If you're gonna ask about this good fucking beautiful story, just fucking listen, all right? So, anyways, I'll fast forward for fucking Dallas. So it came up, you know, and I'm like, one day I woke up and I'm like, man, I'm a little too late, honestly, in my head, and not being like that, but I'm just like, I know what I want in my head. We already did the house thing. Like, I want to marry this girl, you know.
I've been waiting.
Yeah, and same with her. You know how girls are. She kind of was. And I heard things a little bit from her, not crazy, you know, but from my family too.
Like what?
My mom was kind of being an asshole about.
Yeah. By the way, she's calling you, bro. Your fucking phone's blowing up.
It was actually Kendall.
Got more Douce. You
ready for the cabin? It's bad because he gets so mad when I don't answer. It's like, dude, I'm doing this.
Call him back.
No.
Call him.
You want to talk to him?
You call him.
But moral of the story, I mean, it just came out. Me and my lady, my fiance, we started traveling like right when we started dating too. So it wasn't like my idea. There was one day when it came up, and I heard a little bit from her, but really I heard a lot from my family and other people like, dude, what are you doing? You know, like, that's the girl. You've always talked about it, which I did. Right. And just like, you know, in my head, I'm like, man, that's true. And I like to be, which I am, you know, true to my word. When I think something, I really want it. But it just set in my head one day, dude, like, we already bought the house together. You know, we've been together at this time, maybe 2-3 years. I'm like, man, I should already propose. You know, this girl had been my girl, you know, or my idea of my girl since 3rd grade. I told her mom in 3rd grade, like, I should already propose. It hit me one day really hard, and no bullshit. That day I went to work, and I called or I texted a buddy. I'm like, can you come to the mall with me? And that night we went and we looked at like 4 or 5 jewelry stores, and I found that's kind of how I am. Not that I've done it before, but when I see something, you know, or just in general, like if I want a new car, if I see it, I'm going to get it. If I really like it, you know. And I found this fucking ring, and I'm like, after looking like 4 or 5 hours, I'm like, man, this is the one. And I picked it up. And then from there, that just hit me one morning. I mean, obviously we've been there, and in my head I knew, you know, one day I did want to marry this girl, and it just hit me though, like I should have already at least asked, you know. And that hit me one day, and I went that day. And then it took a little while, But I found that ring like 4 or 5 hours. I'm like, this is the one, dude. This is it. A little story on this. You're not gonna like it because it's fucking before Paris. Before Paris.
No, that's important though. That's the ring, you know.
Well, listen, bro. So, I got the ring. I'm like, man, this is the one. And not like Emily's super easygoing. Not like it's like she's gonna say yes to this one. Or not like I'm that cool, like saying she'll say yes to anything, you know. But I'm like, you know, she would be okay with a tiny little fucking something, you know. Emily's an easygoing girl. But I'm like, man, this is the one.
Did you ever suspect she would say no?
I don't want to talk it up, but no, I didn't.
Okay. No, that's not talking it up.
We were both at that point, though, dude. Like, we already put our fucking names on a 30-year, you know, like,
right, yeah.
We're doing a lot more than just, you know, getting, we might have went a couple different steps, but I was there, like, mentally, too, you know, like, this is my lady. I want to have a I'm a family guy. I want to have a family with her, you know. She's her. Anyways, dude, so a big purchase, you know, I did a couple bigger purchases in my life, but, engagement ring, I want to make it nice.
That's fucking real deal, dude.
I want to do the right thing. So listen to this, dude. Modesto Mall. And I spent my time, bro, 5-6 hours walking around. I'm just like, when I find it in my head, because I woke up that morning, dude, and I've been thinking about it, obviously, because I talked about it my whole life. But
so you just told Emily, hey, I'm going to go to the mall with my homeboy?
Yeah, and I've done that all the time, though. To
right.
pick up hats or jeans or... I still do that.
Like diamond graphic tees.
Yeah. No graphic tees. Occasional if it's sick. No graphic tees. But
you're like, no graphic tees, you walk in. I like that one, bro.
Like
That's
4
just
graphic tees. But anyways, it was like the 3rd or 4th shop we looked at, and I was looking, and they were talking to me, and you know, they were being salesmen, saleswomen. But there was one dude that just like super stuck out to me, and I asked about it, and I'm sure this is what they're supposed to tell you, but it made me feel fucking real good, dude. She's like, this is for love, this is for the past, this is for the present, you know. It's like 3 little diamonds, and I'm like, dude, like, that's her life. Right. Like, you know, she
absolutely,
yeah, like
with what you just explained.
Yeah, it's not like that special, you know, but I've always cared about this girl. She's saying past, present, and future, you know, and this is this, and then, dude, she like turned the ring over, and there was this little tiny, like, little fucking, I don't even know if it's anything, but a little like blue diamond, and she's like, this is for eternity. And
wow.
I'm like, man, that's what hit me. And this was my, like, I woke up that morning, I'm in my head, honestly, I already planned it, you know. I've been with this girl, I wouldn't have dated her. I'm not a dating person unless she meant something. Obviously right. She did, but like, and she showed me that, like, that means something to me. I'm like, that's the one. So I start doing everything, you know. I get approved for the loan for my fucking girl's big ring.
Fuck yeah.
Like, I'm ready to do it, and I'll help my credit. I'm cool with that too, you know. I appreciate that. But this is the one I want. This is the one she would like. And dude, we like finished the process. She goes through all my shit, and I'm basically about to grab the ring, and she's like, what did you grab, or what did you get her for an engagement ring? I looked at her, and I didn't know. I never fucking been engaged to a girl, you know?
Right.
I'm like, oh, what do you mean engagement ring? This
fuck
is
you
it.
Talking about?
This is it. And she's like, oh, does she know this is what you giving her? Like, I picked out my ring, you know? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, so you as a sell lady, you know, like, you let me go through this whole process, and I'm supposed to have like an engagement ring or something? Which I totally didn't understand. I know that might be a little naive, but
no, I didn't know either.
Fucking married.
Well, you know, I didn't know none of that either until Matt got married. I was his best man. And so then he like, yeah. And
dude,
there was. I was like, what?
No fucking.
I thought there was
idea.
one ring.
And it made me feel real stupid. Not like I'm intelligent, but I like to feel somewhat smart, you know. But it made me feel real stupid. But I was already so far in. They approved my credit. She accepted my $1,200, you know, like, put it in their fucking teller. Like, I'm like, fuck it. This is the one, you know?
Right.
And then I had that. I actually got it like 8-9 months before I proposed. And in my head, right from the get-go, because she means a lot. You know, we've been together for a long. I gotta do it. I don't not necessarily big. She's really chill. I could honestly done it probably out her high, and she would have been real happy. But I mean,
dude, you didn't just do it big, bitch. You fucking set the fucking bar.
Well, listen,
You
dude.
did, bro. Like you're
But
fucking
I
real one
appreciate
for
it, but
that.
we were already traveling a little bit, you know. And like I said, she's.
But
luckily,
you told me about what you did beforehand, and you had it all set up.
I did. Well, when I ended up getting it, everything went through because obviously it was a little loan, you know, on the ring at the time. I'm like in my head, like fucking instantly, I thought like Disneyland. For some reason, I thought two places: Disneyland or Paris. And I never been to Paris myself, but we already did some traveling ourselves, you know. So I knew she would enjoy going to Paris. And I just, you know, city of love bullshit.
Right.
And not that I even I didn't have the money at the time either, but I'm just like, man, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. I've been trying to I've been talking about it bullshit. And
I've been trying to get at this girl since third grade, bro.
Straight up. And she let me hold her hand in sixth grade.
At
And
least
it worked out.
Bro, what if you had done if like, will you marry me? And then she just runs off.
Yeah. a little rewind.
Like,
we were
wow.
actually at a point
No,
I just,
yeah.
you know, I knew it was probably overdue. But it came to that, and I'm just like, man, we already been to Disneyland. And I'm like, let's do Paris. We already traveled a little bit too, though. So I'm not like, it's not like I'm a super big dog trying to do a Paris trip for, you know. We've already traveled quite a few places. And for her birthday, which she totally wasn't expecting, all I put in her card was, but that was really last minute. I already had, I had the fucking ring for like 9-10 months before I did it.
Where'd you hide it at?
In the back of my car, which is bad.
Damn, bitch.
What? Would you have held it? Is that what you're
I'd
saying?
have fucking put it in your car?
You know what?
What if your car got fucking jacked?
Straight up.
Should have left it in the house, in the garage,
person I told
bro.
was like a close client because he kept calling me out. And I showed him, he's like, dude, you been having it in the back of your car? What? Have you fucking got married before, motherfucker?
I'm more mad you told a random client.
Okay. Would you?
I'm just playing.
Yo, check it out. Just about to propose. You wouldn't have done that, but I'm just saying, man. It just was a big deal to me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the first thing that came in my head right when I bought the ring, I'm like, man, where am I going to do this? Like, this girl meant something to me my whole life, but I need to, like, honestly, it was to me, like, I need to prove that to her. Not making it a big deal or nothing.
It is a big deal, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's my wife, so it is a big deal. But I'm just saying, like, not to, like, impress anyone else, dude. We have already been places, and I got pictures, like, Mexico, this, that. Like, it means something to me, you know? So, I already had the Paris trip planned, actually, for her birthday, which is February, like, 3 months before everything happened. For her birthday, I got her like a little gift card, and then I put in the card like, P.S. we're going to Paris. And she just looked at me. She's like, what? No way. And I was just like, that was the little thing I bought her.
Right.
Yeah, you know, her Paris ticket. And she started freaking out, and I was just real excited. And then it was like 2.5 months before we actually left to Paris. But I had a buddy like text me like, hey, dude. And he was calling me out because I really didn't tell no one.
Right.
But he's like, dude, if you're gonna do it, like, get a photographer, you know. And I Googled. I'm like, in 2019, I'm like, I'm sure it's easy. So I started Googling, bro, and just like this dude's name started popping up like one after another on Google, you know. I'm like, that's the dude. And I check in, and it's like 1.5 hours, 2 hours, like $150 or whatever, you know. I'm like, that's perfect.
That's perfect.
And he reached back and forth like, what is your plan? What are you doing? I'm like, honestly, I want to propose. And he's like, here's the secret word. So we went, fast forward to the thing. I felt like definitely Emily, and I think she still does, had an idea. I'm sure the girls were giving her a fucking earful too. But,
he better fucking propose.
Basically, taking her all the way out there. But got her a plane ticket, and then we went out there. And I told her honestly, I felt like I fucking kind of gave it away. I don't want to say this, but this is the truth of the story. It just came to, though, we're going out there, you know, and the weather was still going to be bad. It was like April, like still going to be rainy every day. So it was like 2-3 days before, and I just told her, okay, look, babe, honestly, I got us a photographer, and which I feel like spilt the beans. She didn't act like it did, you know, but I said it. I got us a photographer, and I don't want it to be bad. He told me I could move the date if I want, which he did, you know, like outside of the rain day. So that's why I wanted you to be ready for the first day or whatever. And she's like, don't even worry about it. We'll just go along with. And she said that right away, you know, which felt good too. But I still felt like, okay,
Yeah, she's.
I had a fucking, you know, photographer all of a sudden, you know. And she just, that's all she said though. Emily's real chill. Said, let's just go with it. We'll see what happens, you know. And turns out that day was beautiful. We pull up though. I'm real nervous though too. I already paid this photographer. Not like it was a crazy much, but it's still out of my fucking pocket, you know. And I'm like, what if this motherfucker doesn't even show up? I paid him a month ago, you know, when I was in US, and like, what if this motherfucker doesn't show up? And sure enough, he showed up though. He was fucking real chill. He played it real cool. And he's like, there was like a word he told me to say, like,
what?
He said, Jesse, I'm getting tired. Like, do the poses you want to do when you told me, or something along the lines of that. Do the poses you wanted to do, you know. And me and Emily always do this little. She likes it. This little pose, like I'm following her, you know, and take a picture of the places we go, which is a cool photo. And that's what I told her. I'm like, let's do it like this and follow her. And she's like, okay, sounds good. And she started walking down the stairs, and the guy took a couple photos, and I just got down on one knee and like, just kidding, babe. And I like popped her around, and she started bawling. Worked out perfect.
Started crying?
I was real nervous.
I'm going to put those pictures up, by the way.
Yeah, put them up.
All right. For sure.
But it worked. I mean,
you start crying?
I didn't start crying, but it fucking... What? Don't
lie.
You know what? If I said I fucking want to start crying, you'd be like, you're lying.
I would have been like, you fucking pussy.
But I didn't, bro. But it fucking, the situation,
dude, fuck yeah.
the time meant
that shit low key almost made me cry, bro.
Dude, it really meant a lot to me. And I felt like in my heart, and not to like say it was like that, but I felt like I kind of knew she was gonna say yes, you know. What? Yeah. I felt a lot, but at the same time, just for her to do that, like, I don't know, bro. People do have different situations. That girl always meant something to me, you know. And for her being something meant to me my whole life, I know I was gonna do it bigger than I have, you know. And at the time, I don't even know if I fucking had the money to do it, but I'm gonna do it the biggest I can for her, you know. And it worked out, and she fucking said yes. But I'll tell you, fucking, well, not pumping me up, but I think she probably would have said yes in Atwater, you know. But it means a lot, because she's the only thing that ever meant something to me. So it means a lot to me to do it somewhere, and it was a fucking awesome moment, dude. And then like the rest of the week, like, and not to be a
you're not just
complainer or nothing, but I didn't really enjoy Paris, man. So, like,
really?
I don't know.
Was it weird?
It's just different.
Right.
The food's not my type either. It's not good. And we tried I'm a food guy. We tried all kinds of stuff. Emily's like see monuments and stuff like that. Yeah. And I'm like, show me a fucking picture. I don't mean to be a lame-o, but like, give me a beach. Give me a beach in California, though. I told you earlier, you know. I enjoy that, so... But I mean, obviously, I really enjoyed the trip, and we were excited about everything. But it was just, it worked out good, man. I can't complain.
Well, I'm glad.
I'm excited.
I'm glad it all worked out for you, bro. That was I remember that. It was like a weekend, I think, or I don't know when it was. Yeah. But I remember telling my dad I woke up. I had just woke up, like, from a nap for work, and I was like, dude, fucking Jesse fucking proposed, bro. You know, all that. But that's awesome, dude. I wanted you to tell that story, man. That's a great story.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So I wish you and Emily the best, man.
I really appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, I think you guys are gonna be all right.
I appreciate
So,
that, Dallas.
But yeah, that's about it, brother. It's a long ass podcast with your fucking ass.
Sorry, you don't have to put it on.
No, it was a great fucking experience. It was a great experience. I'm glad to have you on, man. I've been meaning to have you on for the longest time.
I know you have, Dallas. And honestly, bro, like I said earlier, you keep doing what you're doing. I think I know you'll do great things. So I can't wait to see that, bro. And that's why I've been supporting it since the beginning. And, I mean, just in general, bro, you mean a lot to me.
I appreciate that, dude. And you'll definitely you'll be a reoccurring guest for sure. But this is a Mulberry podcast. Go to mulberrydreams.com.
Check it out. The OG.
Cop you a hoodie. Definitely can't cop that. That's some original shit right there. I might have to bring that back. But I got some summer tees coming soon. I got a trucker hat coming soon. So keep an eye out for that. Yes, sir, man. This is the Mulberry podcast, man. We'll see you guys next time.